morning, Joan. I want you to meet Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn.
And this is Linda.
Hi, Linda. Hi. Hey, well, let's get going.
Hold it. Give us a few minutes to get it together.
We'll get it together. Hey, check this out. Did you borrow your father's car yet?
Yeah, man, we're gonna go see Jaws 2.
No, we're not. We're going to see Benji Goes to Hawaii.
Benji Goes to Hawaii, man. I saw that.
And Jaws 2 is playing at the drive-in rerun. You know, drive-in with girls. Get it?
Benji is also at a drive-in.
Everybody's seen Benji rerun.
Right. And that's why the entire drive-in is going to be empty.
Right on. Benji.
I see you got some women. Big night, huh?
Very big night. Rod set me and Dwayne up with a couple of young ladies from his psychology class. He told them we were both in college.
No kidding. Well, tell me, Dwayne, how do you expect to convince a girl that you're in college?
Well, I'll tell her I'm in a fraternity. Alpha Kappa dude.
Okay. What are you gonna have?
Oh, nothing. We just came here to make our plans.
Good, because I got to get out of here. I got to be home by 8.
Oh, big date, too?
Oh, sure, with Jack Morris.
Wait, you met a new guy, Shirley?
Jack Morris? No. See, he's the host of my favorite show, Bowling for Furniture.
Bowling for...
Well, I guess I better be going. You know, I don't want to miss any of the bowling. Oh, you know, last week, a 90-year-old man won a love seat.
Rerun.
One of them might be right for her.
Oh, come on, Dwayne. I don't know any of them well enough. But I might have somebody in mind.
Who?
Oh, there's this guy my father knows. I met him once.
What guy?
Ed Roberts. He's perfect. He comes to town every weekend. We can invite him over to our place tomorrow and tell him all about Shirley.
Hey, all right.
Then it's settled. Let's keep going, y'all.
Dwayne, stay cool. Remember, you're a college man. Be cool.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Cool, right?
I said No, never mind. Just follow me. Okay, ladies, shall we venture forth?
Yes, follow me. I shall venture first.
Where are we going?
To the movies.
I don't want to see a movie.
Don't worry, you won't. Raj, are you sure Shirley would like this guy?
I don't know. I sure hope so. Oh, that's him. Just a minute. Dwayne, help Rerun get this stuff off the table.
What about
Pick those clothes up. Just a minute. Be right there. Coming. Hey. Oh. This is Rerun.
How's it going, Ed?
Right.
And that's Dwayne.
Great.
Hey, what's up?
It's good to see you.
Hey, good seeing you, too. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
Hey, you want something to drink?
Yeah, I could use a drink. What do you got?
Well, we got Kool-Aid, lemonade, Gatorade, and a Jell-O that didn't make it.
Give me some of that lemonade, okay?
Okay.
Say, Raj, you got a nice little spot here.
Thank you, Ed. It would look a lot better if Rerun would pick up his laundry.
My laundry? And whose funky shirt is this?
It's mine. I used it to cover your funky socks.
I'm sorry, I put them away.
Say, fellas, look. I got my truck parked downstairs. Now, what can I do for you, huh?
Oh, no, it's not what you can do for us. It's what we do.
Lot of interest. Well, like what?
Like cooking?
And sewing?
And hand gliding.
I tell you what, fellas, I'd like to meet her. She sounds like a well-rounded woman to me.
Oh, she's well-rounded. She is.
Oh, come on,
No,
Shirley.
no, sir.
At least get...
No, that's it. I mean, no, sir. You know, the last blind date I had took me out for dinner and bowling.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
They were both at the same place. Dinner was a bill. because I had a glass, and he had 2 6-packs.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, he just kept throwing the ball in one gutter and himself into another. I don't do that, no.
Yeah, but Shirley, this guy is not like that at all. He's a worldly guy, a man with class.
He's the king of the road, and he has a lot of interest.
Come on, Shirley, he's a great guy.
Listen, there are no great blind dates. That's it.
Oh, come on, Shirley. It couldn't hurt to meet him. You never know. He might like you.
Thanks a lot, Rerun.
Hey, look, I tell you what. Why don't we ask him over just to drop by and you meet casually?
Yeah, and then you can see what he's like.
What do you say, Shirley? Is it worth a try?
No.
But Shirley, he's already on his way over here.
What? What was that?
Raj did. We was just trying to do you a favor.
Well, do me another favor and stay out my business.
I think we made a mistake.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do about Ed? He's already on his way over here.
No, he's not. He's here.
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
Not so good. Looks like you started off on the wrong foot.
On the wrong foot.
Yeah, I think we made a slight tactical error.
How's that?
We blew it.
All right, what happened?
Well, let us put it this way. Shirley is a bit antisocial.
Yeah, it seems like she's gonna need a little more softening up, you know?
I think you better forget about meeting her for a while.
That's good by me.
Hey, D,
What?
are you sure Mom's ad is in here? I can't find it.
It's there for all the good it does. We've been trying to rent your room for 2 months, and that ad hasn't helped a bit.
Oh, here it is. Well, no wonder. I think she should add a few words.
At $3 a word, she's not gonna add a thing.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, I'll read it. Room.
Yeah, it is kind of skimpy.
Hi, Shirley.
Hi, Dee. Hi, Roger.
Hey, girl.
Here's the suitcase. Hey, while you're here, why don't you take another look at the room?
Another look. Are you gonna rent my room, Shirley?
Well, I was thinking about it since they went up on my rent. Hey, but thanks to you, I may not need an apartment now.
How gross.
No. See, he introduced me to my new main man.
You and Ed are working out?
Me and Ed are working way out. Oh, that's a wonderful man you introduced me to, Raj.
Who is this man anyway, Raj?
Oh, he's a friend of Daddy's, Ed Roberts.
I don't think I've ever met him.
No, you haven't.
Well, everyone will be meeting him real soon. You know, this thing is getting pretty serious.
Gosh, Shirley, that's great. I'm really glad to see you feeling so happy.
Thanks. I want to get this suitcase here because Ed wants to take me to Las Vegas for the weekend.
Oh. Oh, I'm gonna tell Mama.
She is not my mama.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, but that sounds great, Shirley.
Oh, it is. See, it's their bargain weekend. Mm-hmm. See, you get 3 days and 2 nights of fun for your frolic, you know, which includes a roll of nickels, strawberry daiquiris for 2, huh?
Uh-oh.
Huh? And then ham and egg breakfast, including hash browns. And an optional visit to the little chapel in the desert.
What do you do there? Pray for luck?
No, to get this so I can pack some
Okay,
time.
okay. Well,
Have fun.
Have a good congratulations.
Hey. Las Vegas.
Oh, hi, Daddy.
Las Vegas.
Will you guys hold it down? Oh, the noise? Everyone's excited because
You guys do this to Shirley.
What do you mean, us guys? You were there too.
And didn't you agree to fix her up with Ed?
Uh-huh.
And didn't you think he was a nice guy?
Uh-huh.
And didn't you think Shirley would like him?
Uh-huh.
Then you tell Shirley Ed's married.
Uh-uh.
Well, I guess we'll all have to tell her. But the question is, how are we gonna tell her?
Well, I think we should tell her the truth.
Yeah, but there are 2 ways of telling the truth. Now, sometimes the truth is hard to swallow all at once. like Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to hate Brussels sprouts, so I would eat one leaf at a time. But my mama taught me they would go easier if I swallowed them whole.
Fool. That may work for little Brussels sprouts, but we're dealing with the cabbage.
No, I think we ought to break the news that Ed's married very gently.
Yeah, but how do we begin?
Well, we start by telling her he's engaged.
Well, yo, this is not gonna be easy.
I got it. Did you see Saturday Night Fever? They had a similar situation in that movie. John Travolta had to tell this girl that her boyfriend was married.
That wasn't Saturday Night Fever. That was the Buddy Holly story. And it wasn't John Travolta. It was Gary Busey.
No. It wasn't Gary Busey. It was Warren Beatty in Heaven Can Wait. And he falls in love with this beautiful English girl.
No. You're thinking about Tatum O'Neal in International Velvet. And she didn't fall in love with the girl. She fell in love with the horse. And then they had to tell her that the horse had a broken leg.
Well, wait, what did they do with the horse?
They shot it.
Let's shoot Shirley.
Only if she has a broken leg.
No, look, we can't sugarcoat it. I mean, the kindest thing to do is just to come right out and tell her the truth. Shirley, we got some bad news for you, but you're a mature adult person, so I know you can take it. Ed Roberts has a wife in Pittsburgh. Now, I think that is the kindest way to tell her.
How do you think she'll take it?
It'll kill her.
Oh, hi, guys. Come on in.
Hey, Shirley, are you alone?
Sure.
Good. We just stopped by to visit you before you left.
Oh, I'm glad you did. Look, I can't thank you guys enough for introducing me to Ed.
It was our pleasure, Shirley.
Yeah, that was the easy part.
Hey, Shirley, are you sure you want to go to Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah, I'm dying to go. You know, I've never been there.
Shirley, do you like Brussels sprouts?
What?
I mean, do you eat them whole or one leaf at a time?
I eat them whole.
Hit her with it, Raj.
Hey, what is this? What's going on?
Shirley, sit down.
I am sitting down.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Shirley, I'm just going to give it to you straight. You see, due to certain facts that have recently come to our attention, we have reason to believe, that is, we're reasonably sure, and I'm giving this to you straight now, that there's a possibility that, well, it just may be that being in the situation.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, well, a wife. Oh, I know. Is that what this is all? Oh, I know about that. Yeah.
Shirley, you knew? We didn't know that you knew.
Oh, sure. They're going to get a divorce. He doesn't barely see us anymore.
Oh, so you really are the only woman in his life?
Of course. Well, why else would I be going to Las Vegas with him? Well, look here, I got to pack, so y'all got to leave, because I got to get out of here.
Oh,
you know.
Hey,
Okay,
Cheryl, hey, you
Say
have
no more.
fun, Shirley.
Have a good time, Shirley.
Wow.
I'm sorry to bother you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Bye.
Oh, why me?
Hey, baby.
Hello, sweetheart.
Look. I got the plane tickets and the reservations. We're all set to go.
Great.
Say, let me take a look at you.
Huh?
Can hardly wait till we get there. A little nightclub
yes.
dancing and a little entertainment.
Oh, yeah. Hey, come on, Ed. Let's quit playing games.
Now, how's that?
Well, you know why you're taking me, and I know why you're taking me.
Oh, now you're talking,
And
baby.
if a man and woman care about each other, they should do something about it.
Right.
And you and I obviously care about each other, so I think we should do something about it.
And what do you have in mind?
Seeing the ring.
Ring.
Yeah, the wedding ring, Oh, I'm just dying to see what you got. Where is it?
Hey, I don't get it, baby. Where did you get the idea of a wedding?
Well, now Actually, we're going to get married, aren't we? I mean, we're going to Las Vegas together.
Yeah, we're going to Las Vegas. But I didn't say anything about getting married.
Oh, then we're going to have 2 different rooms?
Well, no. I mean, not exactly. Look, I'm a truck driver. I could barely afford 1 room.
1 room, huh? Well, you better enjoy sleeping in the truck.
Look, baby, we're grown people here now.
All right, you know, I'm all for having fun.
Good.
And it's just for...
Hey, D.
Hi.
Oh, by the way, did anyone come to see the room?
Well, we had a few calls, but the only person that came was a wino.
A wino? Well, did you show it to her?
No, we showed him the front door.
What'd he say?
He looked outside, and he said, "Huge room, I'll take it." And he moved in.
Well, I gotta find someone to take this room fast.
What's the rush?
Mama keeps hinting to me about moving back in, and I'm not gonna move back in here.
Thank goodness.
Hey, Shirley.
Hey, Raj and Dee. Well, here's the suitcase I borrowed. Hey, thank you, Mother.
You can take it anytime.
Well, maybe the next time it'll make it to the airport.
You sure you won't change your mind about taking the room, please?
No, no.
Oh, but I don't understand why. I mean, you've been complaining for months that they raised your rent up too high.
Look, I know why you asked me, and believe me, I appreciate it. See, you think I'm feeling lonely now.
No way. Pure business. We got a room for rent, and we need the money. So come on and take it.
Pure business.
Pure business.
No sentiment.
No sentiment.
And you'll treat me just like a total stranger.
Who is this chick, Raj?
Beats me.
Then you got a deal.
All right.
Shirley, that'll be 2 months' rent in advance. Put it here. Hello? Oh, hi, James. Sure, that sounds good. Right. Well, listen, Shirley's in charge here tonight, so I'll have to check with her. Shirley, can I go out with James tomorrow?
Where to?
The movies.
Well, what time is he bringing you back home?
4 o'clock.
How old is he?
14.
Yeah. That sounds good to me. Oh, ask him one more thing.
What's that?
Is he married?
Divorced. Yeah, James? It's all right. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.
Well, it's about 8 o'clock. We better decide, Dee.
Okay, I hope I win this time.
Okay, ready? Call it in there.
Heads.
Tails, you lose.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play bowling for furniture.
See, that's Jack Morissette. See, there he is.
And now for our first contestant.
That's the wino.
He's cute. Is he married?
But I need more help, Raj.
Dwayne, I've got to study for my finals. Boy, I got to help you study, help Dee study. Where am I going to find the time to make some money for next semester's books?
Raj, did you put an ad in the newspaper to tutor foreign students in English?
Yeah, and 7 people called.
What happened?
I don't know. I couldn't understand what they were saying.
I get it.
Hi, fellas. Which one of you is Roger Thomas?
So I am. What can I do for you?
The snake.
Roger, I'm Ed Finley. You've heard of Fair Ed Finley's fine cars down on Central?
Oh, yeah.
The snake.
Fellas, I want you to meet one of the best basketball players ever to come down the pike. Terry Simpson, better known as...
The snake. Hey, glad to meet you, Snake Man. I saw you score those 50 points against Long Beach last week. Tell me, man, how'd you do it?
Oh, I guess I was just lucky.
Oh, lucky? Why, 10 jump shots, 16 free throws, and 7 layups. Right, Snake?
I think there was more like...
You think? Hey, what are we all standing up for? Well, have a seat, fellas. Make yourselves at home. Now that you're all comfortable, can I get you guys anything?
Not for me.
I have an apple.
Later, kid. Roger, I'll get right down to the hubcaps, as we say in the car business. I suppose you've heard of Northern University.
Oh, yeah.
Big Blue Bombers. Well, I'm a Big Blue Bomber booster. You see, we've given the Snake an athletic scholarship to go up and play for us next season.
Oh, wow, that's great. Congratulations, Snake.
Hey, man, how's it feel to be playing for a big university?
Hey, I can hardly...
Oh, hey, he's really excited about it, aren't you, Snake?
Sure, and I can't wait till I get there.
Yeah, but there's only one problem. He still has to graduate from City College down here.
Right, I've been having trouble with my...
Sure, you have. And that's where you come in, Roger. We saw your tutoring ad in the paper.
Yeah, what I really need is...
The Snake has a final exam next week, and he needs some help with his English.
I can understand that. He doesn't get much time to speak it.
You know, Snake, he's got a point there.
That's right, Mr. Finley. Whenever...
Hold that thought, Snake. Roger, the Snake wants to play basketball, and that's his right. But here in America, a man should be able to make his own decisions and choose his own career.
Yeah, I'd like to be an astronaut.
Here, forget it, kid. What do you say, Roger? You want to help the Snake pass that final exam next Monday?
I'd love to.
Oh, great, great. I'll just leave you to get started. Son, we need the Snake real bad. With him, we could get into the playoffs. You know, national TV, Howard Cosell, the whole bit. Right?
Right! Hey, you can count on me, sir.
Oh, good, good, good. You take care of us, we'll take care of you.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Finley, one thing, my tutoring fee is $3 an hour.
$3 an hour.
Okay, $2.50.
Roger, you're getting $5 an hour. And here's 4 hours in advance.
Well, thank you, Mr. Finley.
Oh, forget it. Remember, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Hey, check this out. A $20 itch.
Okay, Raj. Here's a math problem I'll need your help with.
Okay, Dee, but this has to be the last problem now. Come on, give it to me.
Okay. Mr. Smith has 1/2 acre of lawn and his wife has a rose garden. Mr. Jones has a full acre of lawn and his wife grows petunias.
Right, right. So Mr. Smith's wife's name is Rose and Mr. Jones is married to Petunia.
No, Raj. You're confused.
You'd be confused, too. I've been tutoring so many people, I've forgotten who I am, or who I'm talking to.
Maybe you ought to get some sleep.
I can't. After I get through with you, I gotta get back to the Snake. You know, I was with him till 2 in the morning.
Oh, yeah? How's he doing?
Not too well. I have to begin with the basics.
Grammar and spelling?
Clay and finger paints. Look, I haven't got all night. Now, did you do your homework and memorize all the reproductive parts of the flower?
Reproductive parts of a flower? I didn't even know flowers messed around.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm studying botany and you're studying math.
Raj, you're weird.
Dee, do you want my help or not?
Okay, try this one.
Okay, lay it on me.
Raj gets paid $5 an hour to tutor a basketball player and stays up with him all night. Therefore, he has no time to study for his own finals and flunks out of school. How long will Mama whip Raj?
No, Snake. Now, let me explain it to you one more time. A pronoun is not a noun that takes money. A pronoun is...
Hey, I don't want to disturb you guys,
Then don't disturb us.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
A pronoun is...
But there's a basketball game on.
Snake. Dwayne, please. We're trying to study.
But it's UCLA and USC in the playoffs.
All right.
Slade, steady, passing.
How you can stand here when that's going on in there, I don't understand.
Dwayne,
Oh, now that you explain it that way.
okay, now let's go back to nouns. Now, the subject of a sentence is usually a noun, and a noun is a person, place, or thing.
Right.
Good. Okay, now, I want you to find the noun in this sentence. The party begins at 9 o'clock.
Now, person, place, or thing. The party begins at 9 o'clock. The thing. The clock!
Wrong. But you're on the right track, and I'm sure you're gonna get there. Okay? Hey, I tell you, let's skip nouns for a minute and go straight to adjectives. They're much easier.
Right on.
Okay. All right. Now, adjectives describe a noun. If a noun is a car, then blue would describe it.
Gotcha.
All right, now, give me a sentence using an adjective.
Sentence. I took my car to the party.
Blue car.
I don't have a blue car.
Oh, what color is your car?
Oh, it's kind of reddish, but it's a little more rust. It's got gold racing stripes. It's got 4 on the floor.
Snake. Whatever the color is, use your car at the party.
At the party, Nancy and I sneaked out and got into the back seat of my car.
Snakes. No.
That's what she said.
You guys just missed the play of the year. Man Thompson came down with the ball, right? And then he boxed out Wilson, spun and put it between his legs, leaving Wilson standing like a fool. And then he drove to the baseline, spun up with a left-handed slam dunk, 2 points for the Bruins.
All right.
Back to English. Let's see. Verbs. Now, a verb is... Oh, boy. Now what? Oh, Mr. Finley.
Hey, Roger. Hey, Snake. How's he treating you?
You're fine, sir.
Great. So, how is he coming along?
Coming along. Yeah. Snake, why don't you go in the bedroom and watch TV with Dwayne rerun?
Oh, sure, Raj. Bedroom is a noun. Rerun is a thing.
Great.
Mr. Finley, could you have a seat?
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Finley, I'm going to give it to you straight. The Snake has been improving, but I doubt if he'll know enough to pass that test by Monday.
Snake? Oh.
And then there's another problem, too. You see, I've been spending so much time helping the Snake with his exams, I haven't had time to study for my own final exams.
I understand. Look, I don't want your grades to suffer because of the Snake. Well, you've worked hard, and I appreciate it. By the way, I owe you some money.
Oh, yeah, about that money. You don't
It's
even
12
have to...
hours at $5 an hour, $60.
Oh, thank you.
And here's an extra 5 as a bonus.
Oh, no, Mr. Finley, you don't have to do this. Mr. Finley, $500? Oh, no, Mr. Finley, you made a big mistake.
No mistake. It's all yours. Roger, you're a very smart and bright kid, and someday you're going to be somebody.
Oh, thank you.
On the other hand, the Snake is just a ball player, and that's all he's ever going to be.
Oh, I can't agree with you there, sir.
Sure you can, kid. Listen, if you spend all your time helping the Snake, you won't be able to pass your own exams. I'm looking out for you, son. I like you.
But what about this money, Mr.
Oh, I want you to spend just 1 more hour helping the Snake.
one more hour? Mr. Finley, you have a great sense of humor.
Huh?
That is really funny. Imagine me earning $500 an hour.
Imagine you going down to that English class and taking the test for the snake. Think about it. I'll be back in an hour.
Raj, why didn't you tell Finley right away that you weren't going to take that test?
I don't know. I guess I was in a state of shock.
If he gave this to me, I'd be in the state of Hawaii.
Raj, let's end this. You can't take that test for $500. That's cheating. Now just tell Finley $5,000 or nothing. Now take me home because it's late and I'm getting cranky.
D, it's not that simple. If I don't take the test for Snake, he'll flunk out of school.
I agree.
But if I tutor you and D and Snake, then I'll flunk out of school.
I agree.
But if I just take the test, then I can have the time to tutor you and D and study myself.
I agree.
Dwayne, all this agreeing isn't helping anything.
I agree.
I've got the answer.
What?
Get yourself a tutor. I get it. What's happening, Snake?
Hey, Rerun. Dwayne, D. Raj, Mr. Finley told me about you taking the test for me.
Yeah, I gotta talk to you about that, Snake. You know, Snake, if you cheat on that exam, you're gonna be cheating yourself out of an education. I mean, there is more to life than a basketball.
Not to me.
Come here, let me explain it to you. What's that?
My knee.
Right. Now I want you to imagine that I am Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's a big game, and in the final seconds, the score is tied. So you and I go up for a rebound.
Yeah, D. And then head fake right, head fake left.
Sit down, Dwayne. Now, in coming down with the rebound, I land on your knee. And it's injured so bad that you can't play ball anymore. Then where are you? Get my point?
Yeah.
See, Snake, what D's trying to say is that an injury could end your career in a second. And without an education, you might end up like a lot of those ex-athletes who are janitors or ticket takers at some stadium.
Yeah.
Raj, I have an idea. Dwayne and I can make out all right by ourselves, so you could just drop us and work with the Snake.
Brilliant idea.
Of course, I'm a brilliant person.
Hey, Snake, if you and I work together, you could really learn something. And then you could pass that test yourself. Well, what do you say?
All right.
Mr. Finley.
Hi, Roger. Think it over?
Yep, and I've decided the Snake will do all right.
Oh, good. I knew you'd do it. You're my kind of people, Roger. Snake, did you hear that? Roger's joined the team.
No, I haven't. There's no way I'm going to take that test, Mr. Finley. And what you're asking me to do is unethical.
Hey, kid, this is the real world. If you want ethics, join the Osmond family. Can you believe him?
Yes, sir, Mr. Finley. I can believe all of them. They care about me.
Snake, don't make a mistake. You need me.
No, I don't, Mr. Finley. You don't care about me or Raj. You're just trying to buy yourself a winning team. I know that now. I'm going to get my degree first. Then I'll play basketball.
Listen, kid. By the time you get your degree, you might be too old to play basketball.
Well, Mr. Finley, I'm going to try. Here's your money back. Go buy yourself another sucker.
Oh, Snake!
My friends call me Snake. You can call me Mr. Simpson.
Yeah.
Now, I really gotta pass that test.
Hey, Snake, you and I are gonna lock ourselves in this room for 2 days and study. Now, you can do it.
Yeah, and we're all behind you 100%.
Thanks, D.
Yeah, Snake, you gotta pass that test for me.
For you.
Yeah, D just bet me $5 that Snake would flunk.
Oh, all right. All right. All right, Snake, let's go over what we learned so far, okay?
Okay.
Now, tell me what is a noun?
A noun is a person, place, or
Thing.
right.
All right. Now remember, an adjective describes a noun. So in the sentence, the brown banana is spoiled, which word is the adjective?
Okay. The brown banana is spoiled.
Come on, which word is the adjective?
Hey, I'm sorry, Raj. I'll never get this stuff. Mr. Finley was right. Only thing I can do is play basketball. I'm just a big, dumb jock.
Snake, look, you are not dumb. The problem is no one has ever made you study, that's all.
I know. Usually they put me in classes like music appreciation.
Music appreciation?
Yeah, they say, would you like to hear some music? And I say, I'd appreciate that. And they give me an A.
Oh, brother. Hey, I got an idea. Snake, what is this?
My basketball.
Hey, that's pretty good. But what is a basketball? A person, place, or thing?
It's a thing. And that would make it a noun.
Right. Now, what do you do with your basketball?
Sleep with it.
Snake, besides that.
I dribble it, and dribble is a verb.
Right. Now, do you dribble it slowly or quickly?
Are you kidding? I can make this sucker lay down, roll over, and bring me the morning paper.
All right, that's good. But do you dribble it slowly or quickly?
Dribble is a verb, so quickly would be an adverb.
You got it, Snake!
Hey, I did it! Didn't I, Ron? Oh, man, I'm sorry! Hey, man, nobody's trying to help me.
Oh, what's taking the Snake so long? I mean, he took that test an hour ago.
Give it to us straight, Raj. You think you passed that test?
Yes, I do, Dwayne. You know, I crammed 2 years of English into him in 2 days. We studied for 48 hours straight.
48 hours? How did you keep him awake that long?
I used a technique that only the Snake would understand.
What's that?
The next time you want something, try raising your hand. Don't do that here.
Oh, no, sure, listen, but I wasn't talking to you. I was talking about the Snake.
Snake, 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 snake. Snake, snake. That's all I've been hearing. Snake, snake. When am I gonna meet this guy? You know, I can show him a thing or two about basketball. Cause you know I used to be all league in high school. Yes, sir. You want to see me pass a bowl of chili behind my back?
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Snake.
Snake, this is Shirley. Shirley, this is Snake.
Hi, Shirley. Rod, shake hands with the happiest guy in the world.
Congratulations. Obviously, you passed.
No, I flunked.
If you flunk, why are you so happy?
Hey, I'm happy because of all of you guys. For the first time in my life, somebody helped me. Not because I was a big shot athlete, but because you cared about me as a person.
Yeah, but you flunked out of school, Snake.
D, you can't change a person into a student overnight. What you guys did was to show me that I don't have sweat socks for brains. Maybe I didn't get all the answers, but for the first time, I knew all the questions. And next time, I'll get it all.
Next time?
Yeah. I really would like to go to night school. I know I can make up my grades. But with Mr. Finley gone, I don't know where I'll get the tuition money.
Hey, wait a minute, Snake. We could use some help around here. That's if you want to work, you know.
Sure, I'll do anything.
Okay, you can get started. Clear this table for me.
All right.
No, babe, no, you don't understand what I'm saying. Come here, honey. Don't scream at me, get nervous. Wait, look, honey, what I'm talking about now is clear the table. Sweetheart, put it back down. That's where you got it. Let me get him there.
Yo, man, where's the snake?
I don't know.
I thought he was in the kitchen.
You think he's in? Oh, there he is. Hey, man of the hour. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, man.
Okay, here's your honor rerun. Hey, the rest of y'all will be up in a minute. Hey, what's all this I hear about congratulations?
I made a B- on my first night school English test.
Oh, that's
All
right.
right. Yeah, Mr. Finley said you were a loser. You really came through in the stretch.
Here, here.
Yeah, it proves you gotta have faith.
Here, here.
You know, that reminds me of a story my mother once told me about my grandfather. See, he once had faith in a horse, and he took every penny that he and my grandmother had saved, and he bet it on the horse. My grandmother told him not to do it, but he did it anyway with every penny because he had faith in the horse.
Yeah.
And then the day of the race came, and he went up into the grandstand, and he watched.
Well, what happened?
Oh, well, the horse broke its leg, and my grandmother shot my grandfather.
It was a sweltering afternoon in Los Angeles, the kind of heat that made the streets shimmer and every passerby wish for a shady spot or a cold drink. The apartment complex where Raj, Dwayne, Rerun, and Dee lived was unusually quiet, the usual hum of chatter and laughter replaced by a sense of anticipation. Raj was pacing back and forth in his modest living room, glancing nervously at the small television screen where a local news segment was playing highlights from the previous night's basketball game. "I'm telling you, Dwayne," Raj said, wringing his hands. "This is our chance. If we can figure out how to get into the local charity basketball tournament, we could finally prove that we're not just a bunch of lazy guys who loaf around all day. We could be heroes, or at least mildly respected by the neighbors." Dwayne, who was lounging on the sagging couch with his ever-present slouch, rolled his eyes but couldn't hide a small grin. "Raj, buddy, you do realize our last attempt at organized sports ended with Rerun accidentally breaking Mrs. Henderson's prized garden gnome, right?" Rerun, who was sitting cross-legged on the floor assembling a miniature model of a spaceship, looked up defensively. "Hey, that was an accident. And anyway, that gnome was asking for it. Have you seen the way it glared at me? I swear it moved its eyes." Dee, sitting in the corner with a notebook and a pen, snorted. "You guys are ridiculous. But maybe Raj has a point. A charity basketball tournament could actually be something good. And let's be honest, it's been a while since any of us did something that didn't involve trying to get out of work or avoiding your landlord." The conversation was interrupted by the sudden buzz of the apartment intercom. Raj jumped, nearly knocking over his mug of lukewarm coffee. Who could that be?" he stammered, rushing to the door. Through the little speaker, a familiar voice called out, "Hey Raj, Dwayne, Rerun, Dee, it's Coach Thompson from the community center. We need you guys to come down. Yeah, now, there's been a last-minute cancellation for the charity tournament, and your names came up." The room erupted in a mix of excitement and panic. Dwayne groaned dramatically. "See? This is exactly why I stay out of things. Things like this never end well." Rerun leaped to his feet, scattering tiny spaceship parts everywhere. Wait. Did he say our names came up? Like we're actually invited?" Dee's eyes sparkled with a mixture of curiosity and determination. Yes, we are. And I say we take it seriously this time. No more messing around." Raj was already halfway to the door, fumbling with his keys. "We have to get ready. This is it, guys. Our big shot. Our redemption." By the time the four friends arrived at the community center, the gymnasium was buzzing with activity. Children were running around, volunteers were setting up tables, and several teams were warming up, dribbling basketballs and laughing. The smell of freshly waxed floors mixed with the faint scent of popcorn from the concession stand created an oddly comforting atmosphere. Raj's excitement, however, was tempered by a creeping sense of self-doubt. "Do you guys think we can actually do this?" he whispered to Dee. Dee, ever pragmatic, raised an eyebrow. "We can if we stick together. Just remember the basics. Teamwork, focus, and don't let Rerun near the snack table during halftime. Rerun looked hurt. Hey, I am very responsible when it comes to snacks. Dwayne snorted. Yeah, responsible for eating them all, maybe. As they approached the registration desk, Coach Thompson, a tall man with a booming voice and a friendly smile, greeted them warmly. Glad you could make it, guys. Listen, I know you're not a traditional team, but I've seen your enthusiasm, and that counts for something. The tournament starts in an hour, so you better stretch, hydrate, and get ready to play like you mean it. He handed them matching jerseys with their names printed on the back in bold letters. Raj stared at his jersey, the word ARC glaring back at him. I can't believe it, we're really doing this. Dwayne looked down at his jersey and muttered. Yeah, and we're probably going to embarrass ourselves in front of the whole neighborhood. But even he couldn't hide the tiny spark of excitement in his eyes. The first few minutes of practice on the gym floor were chaotic. Raj tried to lead warm-ups, demonstrating stretches he had only read about online, which resulted in him pulling a muscle almost immediately. Dwayne attempted a layup and tripped over his own feet, nearly colliding with the unsuspecting Dee, who was carefully jotting down plays in her notebook. Rerun, meanwhile, found himself fascinated by the basketball hoop itself, spinning it like a top and muttering about how physics really works in mysterious ways. Dee sighed, running a hand through her hair. Okay, we need a plan. Clearly, winging it isn't working. We have talent, but right now it's a disaster. Raj, sitting on the bleachers with ice pressed to his leg, nodded solemnly. She's right. We need strategy. We need a system. Dwayne scratched his head. System? I thought we just needed to shoot the ball and run around. That's all basketball is, right? Dee shot him a look that could curdle milk. Not exactly. There's offense, defense, teamwork, positioning, I could go on. But I don't want to scare you off before the tournament even starts. The hours that followed were a whirlwind of laughter, frustration, minor injuries, and surprising revelations. Rerun discovered that he had a knack for stealing the ball at exactly the right moment, while Dwayne, despite his initial laziness, showed an uncanny ability to make long-range shots when no one was expecting it. Raj, still hobbling on one leg, realized that his real talent lay in motivating the group and calling plays at critical moments. Dee, as always, emerged as the glue holding everything together, her quick thinking turning chaotic scrambles into coordinated maneuvers. By the time the tournament was about to begin, the team had formed a tentative rhythm. They weren't the most polished or athletic squad in the gym, but there was a spark of something special, something that couldn't be measured in points or stats. It was determination, camaraderie, and a little bit of crazy luck, all wrapped up in a messy, lovable package. As the opening whistle blew, signaling the start of their first game, the friends huddled together, palms touching in the center. All right, team, Raj whispered. Let's show them what we've got. No pressure. Just basketball and brains. Dwayne smirked. Brains? I thought this was mostly about shooting hoops. Rerun grinned, bouncing the ball between his knees. Yeah, but apparently I have a basketball brain now, so maybe I'll surprise everyone. Dee rolled her eyes affectionately but smiled. Just focus, guys. We've got this. The whistle blew again, and the game began. The crowd's cheers and the squeak of sneakers on the polished floor filled the air as their opponents scored quickly, catching the friends off guard. Raj called out defensive strategies while Rerun darted across the court with unexpected agility. Dwayne made an improbable three-pointer that even he didn't see coming, causing the audience to gasp and cheer. Dee orchestrated plays with precision, and soon the team found themselves not just surviving, but actually competing. The score was tight, the clock ticking down, and every point mattered. Raj, heart-pounding, realized that this wasn't just a game. It was a test of friendship, creativity, and the kind of courage that came from stepping out of one's comfort zone. When the final buzzer sounded, they had narrowly lost the first game. But the exhilaration in their eyes was undeniable. They had learned something invaluable. That sometimes the real victory wasn't in the scoreboard, but in discovering how much they were capable of together. Back on the sidelines, they collapsed onto the bleachers, sweating, laughing, and replaying moments of brilliance and hilarity from the game. We actually did it, Raj panted, still clutching his leg. We played like a real team. Dwayne leaned back, smirking, wiping sweat from his forehead. Yeah, and we didn't completely humiliate ourselves. That counts for something, right? Rerun nodded solemnly, holding the basketball like a trophy. We are decent. Dee, jotting notes about their performance and potential improvements, smiled. Decent is good. But tomorrow we're going to be great. We'll fix the mistakes, sharpen our strategy, and then watch out. We'll be unstoppable. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the gym, the four friends left the community center, their hearts full of laughter, determination, and a shared sense of purpose. They were ready for whatever came next in the tournament, ready to embrace the chaos, the challenge, and most importantly, the joy of playing together. And in that moment, basketball was more than a game. It was the bond that brought them together, the brain behind the brawn, and the first chapter of an adventure that would test their friendship in ways they had never imagined. The next morning, the sun rose over Los Angeles like a promise, golden and warm, hinting at a day full of possibilities. Raj woke up before his alarm, his legs still sore from the previous day's practice, but his excitement had banished any thoughts of pain. He stretched carefully on his bed, muttering to himself, "Today we step it up. Today we prove that basketball brains can overcome anything." Dwayne, on the other hand, had stayed up half the night watching highlight reels of professional games, trying to learn the art of the jump shot, as he put it. When Dee entered the kitchen, she found him sprawled on the floor with a notebook and a stack of papers filled with doodles of plays, arrows, and improbable shots. "Dwayne, you realize this isn't the NBA, right?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. He waved a dismissive hand. "Details, Dee. Details. I'm absorbing knowledge." Rerun entered behind her, carrying a bag filled with snacks, claiming that fuel for optimal performance was essential. Dee shook her head, smiling. "You guys are impossible. But at least we're all in this together. Breakfast first, then practice." By mid-morning, the four friends were back at the gym, stretching and warming up in a slightly more organized fashion than the day before. Raj had taken the lead in designing a rudimentary training plan, emphasizing communication, passing, and defensive positioning. Dwayne had volunteered himself as chief shooter, a title he bestowed upon himself with great ceremony, while Rerun focused on agility drills, hopping and spinning in a way that occasionally made Dee question whether physics would forgive him. Dee, as always, orchestrated the team with patience and precision, pointing out mistakes and encouraging improvements, all while maintaining a calm but assertive tone. "Remember," she said, "basketball isn't just about strength or speed. It's about anticipation, reading your opponents, and making split-second decisions. Think of your brains as the ultimate playmakers." Raj nodded solemnly, taking her words to heart. "Basketball brain," he murmured, almost reverently. "Yes, that's what we need." Their first scrimmage of the day was against a local youth team, a group of enthusiastic teenagers who were tall, fast, and surprisingly coordinated. The game started with the usual chaos. Raj tripping over his own feet, Dwayne missing an easy pass, and Rerun somehow managing to steal the ball from two players at once, earning cheers from the crowd. Dee, taking a step back to observe, noticed a pattern. "Okay, they're aggressive but predictable," she whispered. "If we can anticipate their moves and control the tempo, we can keep up." Taking her advice, Raj called for tighter spacing and more passing, and slowly, the friends began to adapt. Dwayne, who had initially been overconfident, started making smarter shots, while Rerun's agility allowed him to intercept passes in unexpected ways. Raj, despite the soreness in his leg, coordinated plays from the center of the court, barking instructions with growing confidence. Dee moved like a shadow across the court, directing traffic, setting screens, and encouraging the team with calm but persuasive authority. By halftime, the game had shifted from chaotic to surprisingly strategic. The friends weren't dominating, but they were holding their own. Dwayne managed a series of successful three-pointers that even made the opposing coach nod in respect. Rerun, despite his occasional distractions, was reading the other team's formations almost intuitively. Raj's leadership became evident, his energy motivating everyone to push harder. And Dee's basketball brain theory proved true. Anticipating plays and coordinating movements made a significant difference. During the brief halftime break, the friends collapsed onto the bleachers, dripping with sweat but grinning. "I can't believe we're actually keeping up," Rerun said, munching on an energy bar. "I thought these kids would run circles around us." Dwayne, wiping sweat from his forehead, added, "Yeah, and I didn't think I'd actually make half my shots either." Maybe there's something to this practice thing. Raj hobbled slightly as he joined them. It's not just practice, it's focus, teamwork, and brains. That's our secret weapon. Dee smiled, jotting notes in her ever-present notebook. And don't forget strategy. Without strategy, brains are wasted potential. The second half of the scrimmage brought new challenges. The youth team, realizing the friends had adapted, began employing more sophisticated maneuvers, forcing Raj and Dee to adjust on the fly. The gym echoed with squeaks, shouts, and the thud of basketballs hitting the polished floor. At one point, Rerun made a daring move, intercepting a pass and racing down the court for an almost impossible layup. The crowd erupted in cheers. Dwayne followed with a long-range shot that ricocheted off the rim but bounced in, causing him to leap in triumph. Raj, despite his sore leg, managed to block a shot in a critical moment, surprising both the opposing team and himself. Dee called plays like a seasoned general, guiding the friends through tight defenses and opening opportunities for scoring. The game ended with a narrow loss, but the energy and camaraderie were palpable. The friends knew they had improved immensely from the previous day. After the scrimmage, the team gathered around Dee, who was analyzing the game in meticulous detail. "We've learned a lot," she said, pointing to various notes. "First, anticipation is key. Second, passing is more effective than rushing. Third, communication is our strongest asset. And finally, always expect the unexpected, especially from Rerun." Rerun beamed. "I can live with that." Dwayne yawned dramatically but nodded. "Yeah, okay, I see the point. But this is exhausting. Can't we just have fun next time?" Raj, however, was already thinking ahead. "No, Dwayne. Fun is important, but this is about growth, teamwork, and showing that we can be more than we've been. Tomorrow we practice harder, play smarter, and maybe, just maybe, we surprise everyone at the tournament." That evening, the friends returned to their apartment, exhausted but exhilarated. Raj immediately began stretching and icing his leg, muttering strategies aloud, while Dwayne flopped onto the couch with a bag of chips, debating whether watching basketball documentaries counted as productive research. Rerun set up a miniature obstacle course in the living room to simulate court movements, explaining in great detail how angles, momentum, and speed intersected to create optimal positioning. Dee, ever the pragmatist, reviewed the day's lessons in her notebook, creating diagrams and charts for future practice sessions. "We've got potential," she concluded. "But potential alone isn't enough. Discipline, focus, and creativity will carry us further." Raj nodded in agreement, a sense of determination radiating from him. "Then we'll give it everything we've got. No shortcuts. No excuses. Just basketball brain in action." As night fell, the city lights twinkled outside their apartment window, casting long shadows across the room. The friends sat together, reflecting on the day's events. "It's strange," Rerun mused, "how something as simple as basketball can make you feel alive. Connected." Dwayne, surprisingly philosophical, added, "Yeah, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I want to see how far we can really go." Dee smiled, the corners of her eyes crinkling. "That's the spirit. Tomorrow is another day. Another chance to refine our skills, strengthen our teamwork, and maybe, just maybe, start winning for real." Raj, clutching his notebook filled with plays, strategies, and motivational quotes, looked around at his friends. "Whatever happens, we've already achieved something important. We've grown, we've laughed, and we've learned. And that is just the beginning." Later that night, as they drifted off to sleep, each friend imagined the possibilities that lay ahead. Raj envisioned precise plays, coordinated teamwork, and moments of triumph. Dwayne pictured himself making the perfect shot at the buzzer, the crowd erupting in cheers. Rerun dreamed of graceful moves and daring interceptions, imagining himself as the unsung hero of the court. Dee, ever methodical even in dreams, mapped out strategies and counter-strategies, preparing for any challenge that might come their way. And somewhere in that city, under the same starry sky, the community center waited. The gym doors closed but ready for another day of laughter, competition, and discovery. The tournament loomed closer, promising both challenges and opportunities, and the four friends knew that they were stepping into a journey that would test their brains, their hearts, and the strength of their friendship. They were ready to face it all, one dribble, one pass, one shot at a time. The morning air was crisp but carried the familiar hum of the city, a reminder that Los Angeles never truly slept. Raj was the first awake as usual, already pacing the apartment with a notebook clutched in his hands. He reviewed the previous day's notes, analyzing plays, angles, and the mistakes that had cost them points. "We need sharper coordination," he muttered. "Timing is everything, and we can't rely on luck anymore." Dwayne emerged from the bedroom, rubbing his eyes and carrying a half-eaten breakfast bar. "Raj, you talk like a coach already. Maybe you should start charging for these strategies," he said, his voice thick with sleep but tinged with amusement. Raj shot him a look that was half exasperation, half determination. "This isn't a joke, Dwayne. We have a chance to actually show what we're capable of. If we don't take this seriously, we'll regret it." Dwayne yawned and flopped onto the couch. Fine. I'm serious. But can seriousness include snacks?" Rerun appeared moments later, carrying a backpack filled with what he called essential agility enhancers. A mix of jump ropes, cones, and a suspiciously heavy rubber ball. Dee followed, calm and composed, her notebook already filled with annotations, diagrams, and motivational quotes. "Let's not waste time," she said. "We've got a schedule. Warm-up drills, scrimmage, and review. No excuses." By the time they arrived at the community center, the gym was buzzing with activity. Other teams were already practicing, their movements fluid, their passes precise. Raj, taking a deep breath, felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. "This is it," he whispered to himself. "Time to step up." The friends began their warm-up routine, stretching carefully and going through coordination drills. Rerun's enthusiasm, however, was as unpredictable as ever. He bounded around the court, attempting cartwheels and spins in between exercises, muttering about momentum and kinetic advantage. Dee shook her head with a smile. "Just try to stay on 2 feet, Rerun. That would be a good start." Dwayne, meanwhile, focused intensely on his jump shots, occasionally celebrating a successful attempt with dramatic flair that caught the attention of nearby players. Raj worked on communication, calling out defensive positions and coordinating movements. Slowly, the friends began to synchronize, their chaos evolving into something resembling teamwork. Their first practice scrimmage was against a middle-aged men's league team, known for their experience and tactical play. The initial minutes were rough. Raj's muscle twinges slowed him down. Dwayne missed passes, and Rerun, caught up in the excitement, ran into the boundary line with a dramatic thud. Dee, however, guided them through, reminding them to anticipate, adjust, and communicate. "Defense first, offense second," she instructed. "And remember, it's not just about who runs faster. It's about who thinks faster." Slowly, they started to gain ground. Dwayne surprised everyone, including himself, with a series of well-placed shots. Rerun's quick hands intercepted passes at key moments, and Raj's coordination allowed them to maintain a stable formation. Dee's strategic insight became their invisible advantage. Her constant observation allowed them to exploit openings the opposing team didn't anticipate. By halftime, the game had evolved from chaotic to competitive. The friends had not only kept up, but had scored multiple points in unexpected sequences. The opposing coach, a grizzled veteran named Mr. Whitaker, nodded appreciatively. "These kids have something," he said to his assistant. "It's messy, but there's creativity there. They're unpredictable, and unpredictability can be dangerous." Raj, Dwayne, Rerun, and Dee huddled briefly, catching their breath. "See," Raj panted. "We just needed to find our rhythm." Dwayne leaned on his knees, smirking. "And luck. Don't forget luck." Rerun grinned, bouncing the ball. "No brains. Basketball brain." Dee rolled her eyes affectionately. "Brain, strategy, teamwork, and yes, a little bit of luck. But we're improving. That's what counts." The second half brought new challenges. The opposing team adapted to their unpredictability, forcing the friends to improvise on the fly. Raj called plays dynamically, adjusting formations as situations changed. Dwayne, initially hesitant, embraced a more fluid style, finding moments to take daring shots that paid off. Rerun, ever the wild card, created chaos in the opponent's defense, stealing the ball at critical junctures. Dee, observing patterns, shouted instructions that allowed them to counter effectively. The game became a thrilling back and forth, each team responding to the other's strategy, the score neck and neck. Spectators cheered, drawn into the excitement, while the friends felt a growing sense of confidence. They weren't just playing. They were thriving under pressure, learning to anticipate and respond. When the final buzzer sounded, the score reflected a narrow defeat, but the friends were euphoric. They had survived the challenge, learned from mistakes, and discovered new strengths within themselves and each other. Raj limped to the bleachers, a grin spreading across his face. We did it. We actually did it. Dwayne collapsed beside him, shaking his head. And we didn't embarrass ourselves too badly. I call that a win. Rerun clutched the basketball like a trophy. We are competent. Dee smiled, jotting down her final notes from the scrimmage. Competent is just the beginning. With continued focus, strategy, and a bit of creative thinking, we'll be formidable. Tomorrow we refine. We improve. And then we start winning. Back at the apartment, the group debriefed, analyzing plays and discussing improvements. Raj outlined potential formations, Dwayne suggested creative shots, Rerun focused on agility and timing, and Dee synthesized it all into a coherent strategy. We're a team, she said, her voice firm but encouraging. Not perfect but adaptable. That's our edge. Raj nodded, inspired. Adaptable. I like that. And it's true, we're learning, growing, and proving ourselves. One game at a time. Dwayne yawned, dramatically flopping onto the couch. And one snack at a time, he added, unwrapping a candy bar. Rerun laughed, bouncing the ball lightly against the floor. Tomorrow will be even better. Basketball brain in full effect. Dee smiled, the notebook in her lap brimming with diagrams and plans. Exactly. Preparation plus creativity plus brains. That's how we win. As the night deepened, the friends reflected on the day. Raj visualized precise plays, memorizing positions and timing. Dwayne imagined himself making the perfect shot under pressure. Rerun dreamt of flawless interceptions and agile maneuvers, and Dee planned strategies even in the quiet of her mind. The city outside glimmered with streetlights, each a tiny reminder of the world waiting beyond their apartment. Yet inside, a bond had strengthened, forged through sweat, laughter, and shared ambition. They were no longer just friends. They were a team, united by the pursuit of excellence and the joy of discovery. Sleep eventually claimed them, dreams filled with courts, basketballs, and the promise of improvement. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new opponents, and perhaps the thrill of victory. But in that moment, they rested in the knowledge that they were growing together, honing their skills and discovering the power of collaboration, creativity, and basketball brain. The journey ahead was long, the competition fierce, but the friends were ready, each step, dribble, and pass bringing them closer to the team they aspired to be. The morning sun filtered through the blinds, casting thin stripes of light across the apartment floor, and the four friends were already awake, buzzing with anticipation. Raj was sprawled on the couch, flipping through his notebook filled with diagrams, arrows, and notes scribbled in his characteristic frantic style. We need to focus today, he murmured, talking to himself more than anyone else. Yesterday was good, but good isn't enough. Today we become cohesive. Dwayne stretched lazily on the floor, rubbing his eyes. Raj, buddy, you and your cohesive speeches. Just let me drink my coffee and exist for 5 minutes before we strategize world domination, or whatever this is. Rerun, already on his feet, began assembling a set of cones and mini hurdles for agility drills, muttering about angles and timing like a scientist in a lab. Dee entered with a calm, measured pace, her notebook in hand, eyes scanning over her notes from the previous day. We need structure today, she said. Not chaos. Focused drills, clear roles, and attention to detail. That's how we improve. Raj nodded eagerly. Exactly. Basketball brain, Dee. That's our mantra. Dwayne rolled his eyes but smiled slightly. Mantra, right? Whatever keeps the science experiment over there entertained, he said, nodding at Rerun. When they arrived at the community center, the gym already thrummed with energy. Other teams were practicing, some stretching, others running drills, and the sound of basketballs bouncing rhythmically across polished floors filled the air. The friends quickly set up their own practice area, determined to refine their coordination, communication, and individual skills. Raj led a series of warm-up stretches and basic passing drills, his enthusiasm evident despite the lingering soreness in his leg. Dwayne, assigned as the chief shooter, practiced long-range shots while making exaggerated victory dances after each successful attempt. Rerun incorporated agility exercises, spinning, hopping, and occasionally overcomplicating a simple drill, but Dee gently corrected him, explaining how efficiency and speed were equally important. Remember, she instructed, basketball is about anticipation, precision, and teamwork. You can't rely on luck alone. And rerun may be less flair, more focus. Their first scrimmage of the day was against a team that had already competed in the earlier matches. The opposing players were tall, coordinated, and quick-thinking, immediately challenging the friends to rise to the occasion. Raj coordinated from the center, calling plays and directing passes. Dwayne, surprisingly focused, sank multiple shots from unexpected angles, earning nods of approval from both teammates and spectators. Rerun, ever the unpredictable element, intercepted key passes, often turning potential mistakes into opportunities. Dee observed the dynamics carefully, shouting instructions that allowed the group to counter the opponent's moves effectively. The game quickly became a thrilling display of adaptation and creativity, the friends learning not just to react but to anticipate, combining brains and instincts into a fluid, if unconventional style of play. By halftime, the friends had kept the game remarkably close. The opposing coach, a stern-looking man with a clipboard, watched the proceedings with a mixture of fascination and frustration. "These kids are strange," he muttered to his assistant. "Not textbook but inventive. Their unpredictability is dangerous." On the sidelines, the friends regrouped, panting and sweaty but energized. "We're improving," Raj said, rubbing his sore leg and smiling. "We're reading each other better, anticipating moves and creating opportunities." Dwayne leaned forward, catching his breath. "And I think my shots are actually connecting now. Go figure." Rerun, bouncing the ball idly, grinned. "Basketball brain at work." Dee gave them a measured smile. "Brains, focus, teamwork, and adaptability. That combination is what gives us our edge." The second half tested them further. The opposing team adjusted, employing more complex formations and tighter defense. Raj and Dee called plays on the fly, modifying strategies and adjusting positions dynamically. Dwayne's creativity in shooting became a crucial asset, surprising the opposition with unconventional angles. Rerun's energy and agility disrupted the other team's rhythm, creating openings for his friends. The gym echoed with cheers, laughter, and the squeak of sneakers, each team responding to the other's strategy in a pulse-pounding back and forth. The friends, despite occasional mistakes, found themselves more synchronized, executing plays that blended improvisation with deliberate strategy. The final buzzer sounded with the score narrowly against them, yet the friends were exhilarated. They had survived intense pressure, adapted successfully, and discovered strengths they hadn't realized before. Back on the sidelines, they reviewed the game. Raj meticulously recounted each play, noting successes and areas for improvement. Dwayne suggested alternative shooting strategies, while Rerun analyzed defensive movements and Dee synthesized it all into actionable advice. "We're not perfect," she said, "but we are competent, adaptable, and learning quickly. That combination will carry us far in the tournament. Remember, focus plus creativity plus teamwork equals results." Raj nodded, motivated by her words. "We've got the foundation. Now it's time to build on it, refine it, and unleash it tomorrow." Dwayne, sprawled on the bleachers, sighed dramatically. "And maybe sleep a little if we can squeeze that in." Rerun, bouncing the ball lazily, added, "Sleep is temporary. Basketball brain is eternal." Dee shook her head with a fond smile. "Priorities, Rerun. Let's just focus on tomorrow." That evening, the friends returned home exhausted but thrilled. Raj continued to analyze plays, marking diagrams with fervor. Dwayne lounged on the couch, watching highlight reels while occasionally practicing shots with a foam ball. Rerun organized miniature drills in the living room, narrating each movement as if he were a commentator. Dee reviewed the day's events, charting mistakes, successes, and possible improvements. "We are progressing," she concluded. "The next game will test our endurance, teamwork, and creativity. If we maintain focus, anticipate our opponents, and trust our instincts, we can achieve something remarkable." Later that night, as the city lights blinked through the apartment window, each friend reflected on the day. Raj envisioned flawless plays, perfect communication, and precise timing. Dwayne imagined sinking the winning shot as the crowd erupted in cheers. Rerun pictured himself intercepting every pass, moving with grace and speed. Dee planned contingencies and counter strategies, ensuring the team's adaptability in any scenario. Together they felt a strengthened bond, forged through practice, trial, and shared determination. The tournament loomed closer, promising challenges that would test their skills, creativity, and friendship. Yet they were ready, energized by progress and the thrill of discovery. As sleep claimed them, dreams of courts, basketballs, and potential victories filled their minds. Tomorrow would bring new opponents, sharper competition, and opportunities to demonstrate their growth. But in that moment, they rested in confidence and camaraderie, knowing that the combination of brains, teamwork, and determination had set them on a path to something extraordinary. Whatever lay ahead, they were ready to face it together, one pass, one dribble, and one shot at a time, embracing both the challenge and the joy of the game. The next morning dawned with a subtle promise, a gentle breeze drifting through the open windows of the apartment, carrying with it the faint scent of blooming jasmine from the courtyard below. Raj was already up, sitting cross-legged on the couch with his notebook splayed across his knees. He was meticulously reviewing plays, arrows and circles marking positions, passes and timing, muttering to himself in rapid bursts of excitement. "We need to anticipate faster," he said aloud. "Read the opponent before they even move and communicate with precision. Every second counts." Dwayne sprawled across the adjacent armchair, yawned and stretched, dragging a blanket across his torso. "Raj, buddy, you sound like a motivational speaker mixed with a mad scientist. Can't we just—" He paused as Rerun bounded in, juggling a basketball in one hand and a makeshift stopwatch in the other. "Optimize our training regimen?" Rerun finished for him, eyes sparkling. Timing, reflexes, spatial awareness, mental acuity. All essential components for superior performance. Dee entered shortly after, her calm, precise presence a stabilizing force amidst the chaos. She surveyed the scene, notebook in hand, and gave a slight nod. "Let's not waste time with speeches. We've got drills to run, plays to refine, and a tournament looming. Focus and discipline will win games more than enthusiasm alone." Raj, energized by her words, grabbed his shoes. "Right. Basketball brain in action. Today we sharpen, we hone, and we prepare to dominate." Dwayne groaned, dragging himself upright. "Dominate, okay. Fine. But I'm claiming snack breaks as mandatory recovery periods." Rerun twirled the ball on his finger, grinning. "And I claim experimental agility drills every 5 minutes." Dee shook her head, a small smile tugging at her lips. "Rules are rules. We'll see what actually works on the court." By the time they reached the community center, the gym was alive with the familiar rhythm of bouncing basketballs, squeaking sneakers, and shouted instructions. Other teams were engaged in pre-game stretches, layup drills, and strategy sessions, their energy palpable. The friends wasted no time, immediately claiming a corner of the gym to set up their own practice station. Raj led a series of warm-ups, emphasizing dynamic stretches and joint rotations to prevent injuries, his previous sore leg still a concern. Dwayne practiced his jump shots, each one more deliberate than the last, occasionally exaggerating a victorious fist pump after a successful attempt. Rerun incorporated obstacle drills, weaving through cones, hopping over imaginary defenders, and spinning to simulate unpredictable movements. Dee moved among them like a calm conductor, adjusting stances, refining passes, and reinforcing the principle of anticipation. Think ahead, react quickly, and communicate constantly. "Basketball isn't just physical," she instructed. "It's cerebral. Mental acuity, spatial awareness, and team coordination create opportunities no brute force can match." Their first scrimmage was against a younger, fast-paced team that specialized in aggressive defense and lightning-quick transitions. The initial minutes were chaotic. Raj misstepped on a fast break, nearly colliding with Dwayne, who responded with an exaggerated stumble and a sheepish grin. Rerun, always the wild card, intercepted a pass in a dramatic fashion, spinning and vaulting to deliver a nearly impossible layup. Dee guided the team through each moment, issuing sharp, precise instructions that allowed them to maintain balance amidst the chaos. Slowly, they began to synchronize, their movements blending unpredictability with structured strategy. Raj, despite his sore leg, managed to direct plays with increasing authority. Dwayne found his rhythm, hitting shots from unexpected angles, while Rerun's agility turned potential mistakes into scoring opportunities. Dee's insight, her so-called basketball brain, became the invisible thread binding their efforts together. By halftime, the scrimmage had evolved from chaos into a display of skill and ingenuity. The friends had discovered subtle strengths within themselves and each other. Raj's leadership allowed them to coordinate fluidly. Dwayne's unconventional shooting kept the opposition guessing. Rerun's agility disrupted the other team's rhythm, and Dee's strategic oversight ensured they capitalized on openings. The opposing coach, a veteran with a skeptical demeanor, watched with growing respect. These kids, they're messy, yes, but there's intelligence in their chaos. Unorthodox but effective. Unpredictability can be lethal. On the bleachers, the friends huddled briefly, catching their breath and sharing a mix of exhilaration and determination. We're improving, Raj panted. And we're learning to anticipate better. This is more than just playing. It's thinking, reacting, and adapting. Dwayne, wiping sweat from his brow, added. And I'm starting to enjoy this chaos thing. Surprisingly, Rerun, bouncing the ball lightly, grinned. Basketball brain working in harmony. Dee nodded, flipping through her notebook. Brains, teamwork, and adaptability. That is our formula. Mistakes are expected, but learning from them is our advantage. The second half introduced even greater challenges. The opposing team adjusted their tactics, employing complex formations and tighter defense. Raj and Dee called plays dynamically, modifying positions and strategies on the fly. Dwayne's creativity and instinctive adjustments kept the opponents guessing, while Rerun's relentless energy disrupted their patterns. The gym filled with the sound of sneakers, the squeak of ball on polished floor, and the roar of spectators. Each team responded to the other's strategy in a rapid, exhilarating rhythm. The friends, despite occasional errors, were now operating as a cohesive unit, executing plays that combined improvisation with deliberate coordination. By the end of the game, they had lost narrowly, but the experience left them exhilarated. They had learned resilience, adaptability, and the power of trusting both themselves and each other. Afterward, they reviewed the scrimmage on the sidelines. Raj meticulously dissected each play, noting successes and opportunities for refinement. Dwayne suggested alternative shooting angles and timing adjustments. Rerun highlighted defensive insights, and Dee synthesized it all into actionable advice. We are competent, adaptable, and capable, she concluded. Tomorrow we refine further. Focus on precision, communication, and strategy. That is how we elevate from competent to formidable. Raj nodded, energized by her analysis. Foundation laid. Now it's time to build. Practice, focus, and execution will carry us to the next level. Dwayne flopped dramatically onto the bleachers. And maybe a nap. Don't forget that. Rerun, twirling the ball, added. Naps optional. Basketball brain eternal. Dee shook her head with a faint smile. Priorities, Rerun. Let's keep our eyes on the court. Back at the apartment, the friends debriefed, analyzing plays, charting strengths and weaknesses, and preparing for the next day's challenges. Raj sketched diagrams, drawing arrows to illustrate movement and positioning. Dwayne practiced shots with a foam ball, experimenting with angles and timing. Rerun set up mini drills throughout the living room, narrating each movement with dramatic flair. Dee collated the day's lessons into a coherent strategy, emphasizing anticipation, communication, and adaptability. Tomorrow will test our endurance, skill, and teamwork, she said. If we continue to refine our coordination and anticipate our opponents, we can achieve real success. As night fell, the friends sat together by the window, the city lights twinkling below. Each reflected on the day, imagining the possibilities that lay ahead. Raj visualized precise plays, perfect communication, and flawless execution. Dwayne imagined making the game-winning shot, the crowd erupting in cheers. Rerun dreamed of agile maneuvers and perfectly timed interceptions, while Dee planned contingencies and counter-strategies for every scenario. The bond between them had strengthened, forged through sweat, laughter, and the pursuit of excellence. The tournament loomed, promising trials and triumphs, and the friends felt ready. Sleep finally claimed them, dreams filled with courts, basketballs, and the thrill of competition. Tomorrow would bring new opponents, challenges, and opportunities to prove themselves. But for now they rested, confident in their skills, teamwork, and the unique power of the basketball brain. One dribble, one pass, and one shot at a time, they were ready to embrace whatever the game and life had in store. The sun had barely risen when Raj was already awake, sitting cross-legged on the floor with his notebook balanced precariously on his knees. He traced his finger along the plays he had diagrammed the night before, muttering numbers, positions, and timing cues under his breath. "We need faster transitions," he said aloud, as if the room itself would respond. "Anticipate passes, predict movements, and trust each other. Basketball brain is not optional. It's survival." Dwayne groaned from the couch, still tangled in a blanket. "Raj, buddy, you are literally talking to yourself again. Maybe you need to start charging rent for the wisdom you're dispensing at 3 in the morning." Raj ignored him, flipping rapidly through pages of meticulously drawn diagrams, his excitement building. Rerun entered, bouncing a basketball off the walls in perfect rhythm, muttering about kinetic energy and optimal angles. "And I claim the center of the court for agility drills. Timing and precision are everything." Dee followed calmly, her notebook in hand, scanning their plans with her usual analytical gaze. "We need to focus on what works, discard what doesn't, and maintain discipline. Today's practice will solidify yesterday's lessons. No improvisation without intention." Raj nodded vigorously. "Exactly. Controlled improvisation. That's how we transform chaos into strategy." Dwayne stretched, reluctantly rolling off the couch. "And maybe I'll improvise a snack before we start. Critical energy, you know?" Rerun twirled the ball expertly, grinning. "Snacks can be integrated into the training regimen." Dee shook her head, a faint smile forming. "Optional, Rerun. Focus comes first." By the time they arrived at the community center, the gym was alive with the usual buzz of bouncing balls, squeaking sneakers, and the chatter of other teams. The friends quickly claimed a corner of the gym to run their drills, determined to refine coordination, communication, and individual skills. Raj led the warm-up, emphasizing stretches, mobility exercises, and dynamic movement to ensure injury prevention. Dwayne concentrated on shooting from various positions, adjusting angles, and timing his releases. Rerun incorporated obstacle drills, simulating court movements with spins, hops, and sudden directional changes. Dee orchestrated the entire session, observing patterns, correcting form, and reinforcing the principle that basketball is as much mental as it is physical. "Anticipate, communicate, and coordinate," she instructed. "Brains and instincts combined create opportunities that strength alone cannot achieve." Their first scrimmage of the day was against a team of young adults known for their speed and aggressive defense. The opening minutes were chaotic. Raj stumbled while attempting a pivot, nearly colliding with Dwayne, who responded with an exaggerated stumble and a half-laugh. Rerun, as always, turned near disaster into spectacle, intercepting passes dramatically and scoring unexpected points. Dee guided the team with precision, issuing instructions that allowed them to maintain composure. Slowly, the friends' chaos began to coalesce into a fluid, coordinated style of play. Raj directed plays from the center, Dwayne found unexpected rhythm in his shooting, Rerun's unpredictable agility disrupted the opposition, and Dee's strategic insight ensured they capitalized on opportunities. By halftime, the friends had transformed a disorganized effort into a competitive display of skill. Each discovered new strengths within themselves and each other. Raj's leadership allowed synchronized movement, Dwayne's unconventional shots kept opponents off balance, Rerun's agility created scoring chances, and Dee's oversight bound their efforts together. The opposing coach, an experienced man with a skeptical frown, whispered to his assistant, "These kids are chaotic, yes, but intelligent in their chaos. Their unpredictability is an asset. We must adjust." On the bleachers, the friends huddled, panting, exhilarated, and focused. "We're improving," Raj said, rubbing his sore leg. "We're anticipating better and responding faster. We're more than a team, we're a unit." Dwayne, catching his breath, smirked. "And I'm starting to enjoy this organized chaos thing. Weird, huh?" Rerun bounced the ball lightly. Basketball brain always in action. Dee nodded, flipping pages in her notebook. "Brains plus teamwork plus adaptability. That formula will carry us forward. Mistakes are learning opportunities, not failures." The The second half tested them further. The opposing team adjusted their defense, forcing the friends to adapt quickly. Raj and Dee called plays dynamically, shifting positions and strategies in response. Dwayne's instinctive shooting and creative angles kept opponents guessing, while Rerun's relentless agility disrupted formations. The gym resonated with the rhythm of sneakers, basketballs, and cheers. The friends, despite occasional blunders, had found cohesion, executing plays that blended improvisation with deliberate coordination. By the end, they had narrowly lost again, but the experience left them energized. They had learned resilience, adaptability, and the power of trust in their skills and in each other. Back on the sidelines, they reviewed the scrimmage. Raj detailed each play, marking successes and areas for refinement. Dwayne suggested alternative angles and timing improvements. Rerun analyzed defensive weaknesses, and Dee synthesized strategies for enhancement. "We are competent, adaptable, and capable," she said. "Tomorrow we refine. Precision, communication, and focus will elevate us further. Success comes from preparation and execution." Raj, inspired, nodded. "Foundation set. Now we build, improve, and perform." Dwayne flopped dramatically on the bleachers. "And maybe grab a snack. Mandatory energy." Rerun, twirling the ball, added, "Snacks optional. Basketball brain eternal." Dee shook her head with an affectionate smile. "Priorities first, Rerun. The court comes before the snack table." Returning to the apartment, the friends debriefed and prepared for the next day. Raj sketched new diagrams, illustrating movements and defensive strategies. Dwayne practiced shots with a foam ball, experimenting with angles. Rerun continued mini-drills, narrating them like a commentator. Dee consolidated insights into a clear plan, emphasizing anticipation, communication, and adaptability. "Tomorrow tests endurance, skill, and teamwork," she said. "Maintain focus, trust instincts, and continue refining." Night fell, city lights twinkled, and the friends reflected on the day. Raj visualized plays, coordination, and timing. Dwayne imagined sinking the winning shot amid cheers. Rerun pictured agile interceptions and flawless maneuvers. Dee planned counter-strategies and contingencies. Their bond had strengthened, forged through sweat, laughter, and shared ambition. The tournament loomed, promising challenges, growth, and potential triumph. They were ready. Sleep claimed them, dreams filled with courts, basketballs, and opportunity. Tomorrow brought new opponents, sharper competition, and the chance to test the results of their combined efforts. For now they rested, confident in their skills, teamwork, and the unique power of the basketball brain. One dribble, one pass, one shot at a time, they were prepared for whatever the game and life would present. Morning light streamed through the blinds, painting thin stripes across the apartment floor, and the four friends were already in motion, their energy palpable despite the lingering soreness from previous practices. Raj sat cross-legged on the couch, notebook open, frantically reviewing plays and strategies, muttering to himself in a mixture of focus and excitement. "We need sharper coordination," he whispered, tracing arrows and circles with his pen. "Timing, communication, anticipation. Basketball brain in full effect." Dwayne stretched beside him, groaning dramatically. "Raj, buddy, do you ever sleep? Or is plotting world domination part of your training regimen?" Raj ignored him, scribbling notes with feverish intensity. Rerun bounced into the room, spinning a basketball on his finger while simultaneously juggling 2 energy drinks. Precision, speed, agility, mental acuity. Today we optimize every parameter. Dee entered quietly, notebook in hand, surveying the scene with her usual analytical calm. "Focus first, experimentation second," she instructed. "We have drills to run, strategies to refine, and the tournament looming. Distraction is the enemy of improvement." Raj nodded vigorously. Controlled improvisation. Chaos shaped into strategy. Dwayne groaned, rolling onto the floor. "And maybe controlled snacks as well." Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. "Snacks can be integrated as performance enhancers." Dee shook her head with a faint smile. "Optional. Let's concentrate on fundamentals first." At the community center, the gym pulsed with the familiar rhythm of bouncing balls and squeaking sneakers. Other teams warmed up, stretched, and ran drills, the energy building an almost tangible tension. The friends claimed their corner, immediately beginning warm-ups. Raj led dynamic stretches and agility exercises, mindful of his sore leg. Dwayne practiced jump shots with renewed focus, adjusting angles and release timing. Rerun devised obstacle courses to simulate court scenarios, weaving through cones, hopping, spinning, and executing dramatic feints. Dee guided each movement, observing patterns, correcting errors, and reinforcing the principle that basketball is as much cerebral as physical. Anticipate, communicate, coordinate, she emphasized. Brains combined with instinct create opportunities that pure strength cannot. Their first scrimmage of the day was against a team renowned for their defensive intensity and fast breaks. Chaos reigned at the opening, Raj stumbling on a pivot, nearly colliding with Dwayne, who responded with a comical stumble and exaggerated arms flailing. Rerun, true to form, converted potential disaster into a spectacular interception and layup. These instructions kept the team grounded, allowing them to stabilize and begin coordinating. Gradually, chaos transformed into fluid teamwork. Raj directed plays with increasing authority. Dwayne found a new rhythm in his shooting. Rerun's unpredictability created scoring opportunities, and Dee's strategic insight ensured that openings were exploited. By halftime, the friends had gained a clear sense of their potential. Raj's leadership orchestrated synchronized movements. Dwayne's unconventional shots kept the opponents guessing. Rerun's agility disrupted the opposing rhythm, and Dee's oversight tied their efforts together. Even the opposing coach, a veteran with a clipboard, watched with grudging respect. They're messy, but there's intelligence in the chaos. Unpredictability is an asset, he muttered to his assistant. On the sidelines, the friends huddled, panting and exhilarated. We're improving, Raj said, rubbing his sore leg. Anticipation, coordination, communication. It's working. Dwayne smirked. And I might actually be enjoying this controlled chaos. Rerun bounced the ball lightly, grinning. Basketball brain in full effect. Dee nodded, flipping pages in her notebook. Brains, teamwork, adaptability, that is our advantage. Mistakes are lessons, not failures. The second half pushed them further. The opposing team adjusted their defense, introducing complex formations and tighter coverage. Raj and Dee called plays dynamically, shifting positions and strategies in real time. Dwayne's instinctive shooting and creative approaches kept defenders on edge, while Rerun's relentless agility disrupted patterns. The gym echoed with squeaks, thuds, and cheers. Despite occasional errors, the friends operated as a cohesive unit, executing plays that blended improvisation with calculated coordination. By the final buzzer, they had narrowly lost again, yet the experience invigorated them. They had learned resilience, adaptability, and trust. Trust in themselves and in one another. On the sidelines, post-game analysis began. Raj detailed each play, marking successes and points for improvement. Dwayne suggested shooting adjustments and timing refinements. Rerun highlighted defensive openings, and Dee synthesized these insights into actionable strategies. We are competent, adaptable, and capable, she concluded. Tomorrow we refine further. Focus, precision, and communication will elevate us. Preparation and execution bring victory. Raj, inspired, nodded. Foundation set. Now we build, improve, and perform. Dwayne collapsed on the bleachers dramatically. And maybe a snack. Mandatory energy replenishment. Rerun twirled the ball, adding, snacks optional. Basketball brain eternal. Dee shook her head affectionately. Priorities first. The court comes before snacks. Returning to the apartment, they debriefed and strategized. Raj sketched diagrams illustrating movements, passes, and defensive alignments. Dwayne experimented with shots and angles using a foam ball. Rerun ran mini-drills, narrating them dramatically. Dee compiled the day's lessons into a structured plan, emphasizing anticipation, communication, and adaptability. Tomorrow tests endurance, skills, and teamwork, she said. Maintain focus, trust instincts, and refine coordination. That is how we excel. As night settled, city lights glimmered, and each friend reflected on the day. Raj envisioned precise plays, seamless coordination, and optimal timing. Dwayne imagined hitting the game-winning shot to erupting cheers. Rerun pictured flawless agile movements and interceptions, while Dee considered contingencies and counter-strategies. Their bond strengthened with each practice, forged through shared effort, laughter, and ambition. The tournament loomed, promising challenges and growth, but they felt ready. Sleep finally claimed them, dreams filled with basketball courts, bouncing balls, and opportunities to apply their growing skills. Tomorrow brought new opponents, sharper challenges, and the chance to demonstrate their progress. For now they rested, confident in their abilities, teamwork, and the enduring power of the basketball brain. One dribble, one pass, one shot at a time, they were prepared to embrace the challenges ahead, turning practice into performance, chaos into strategy, and potential into reality. The morning air carried the faint scent of freshly brewed coffee and the distant hum of traffic, but for Raj, Dwayne, Rerun, and Dee, nothing else mattered except the rhythm of preparation. Raj was already at the apartment table, notebook open, sketching plays with meticulous care, muttering under his breath about angles, positioning, and timing. "We need anticipation in every step," he said, tracing an arrow across the page. "Every pass, every pivot, every shot must be calculated and instinctive at once. Basketball brain is not just a concept, it's the key." Dwayne sprawled across the couch, rubbed his eyes, and groaned. "Raj, buddy, you talk like a coach cross with a physicist. Can't we just breathe for 5 minutes before strategizing world domination?" Raj didn't respond, absorbed in his diagrams. Rerun bounded in, spinning a basketball on one finger, while balancing a small stack of cones in the other hand. Efficiency, speed, spatial awareness. Today we optimize movement sequences and reaction times. Dee followed calmly, notebook in hand, surveying the scene with her usual analytical gaze. "Focus first, experimentation second," she instructed. "We have drills to run, plays to refine, and the tournament looming. Attention to detail is non-negotiable." Raj nodded vigorously. Controlled improvisation. Chaos shaped into strategy. Dwayne sighed dramatically, pulling a bag of granola bars from the counter. "Controlled snacks count as preparation, right?" Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. "Optional but highly recommended." Dee shook her head, a faint smile forming. "Priorities first. The court, not the snacks." By the time they arrived at the community center, the gym was alive with the familiar cadence of bouncing balls, squeaking sneakers, and shouted instructions. Other teams were engaged in stretches, dribbling drills, and layup practice, the competitive energy palpable. The friends quickly claimed their corner and began warm-ups, mindful of the lessons from previous days. Raj led dynamic stretches and agility exercises, careful to protect his sore leg. Dwayne focused on shooting from varying angles and distances, experimenting with timing and release. Rerun constructed obstacle courses to simulate defensive scenarios, weaving through cones, hopping, spinning, and feinting. Dee moved among them, correcting form, observing patterns, and emphasizing that basketball was as much cerebral as it was physical. "Anticipate, communicate, coordinate," she reminded them. "Brains and instincts create opportunities that pure strength cannot." Their first scrimmage of the day was against a team known for precise passing and disciplined offense. The initial minutes were chaotic. Raj stumbled on a pivot, nearly colliding with Dwayne, who responded with an exaggerated stumble and a sheepish grin. Rerun, ever the wild card, intercepted a pass with dramatic flair and converted it into a layup. Dee's strategic instructions stabilized the team, allowing them to coordinate movements more effectively. Gradually, chaos transformed into fluid teamwork. Raj's leadership ensured coordinated play. Dwayne found a rhythm in his unconventional shots. Rerun's agility disrupted the opposition, and Dee's oversight exploited openings in the defense. By halftime, the friends had found their stride. Raj's coordination orchestrated synchronized movements. Dwayne's shots challenged the opposing defense. Rerun's unpredictability created opportunities, and Dee's insight tied it all together. The opposing coach, a seasoned veteran, whispered to his assistant, "They're messy, yes, but intelligent in their chaos. Unpredictability is an asset." On the sidelines, the friends huddled, panting and exhilarated. "We're improving," Raj said, rubbing his sore leg. "Anticipation, coordination, communication. It's all coming together." Dwayne smirked. "And I'm enjoying this organized chaos more than I expected." Rerun bounced the ball lightly. "Basketball brain in action." Dee nodded, flipping through her notebook. "Brains, teamwork, and adaptability our edge. Mistakes are lessons, not failures." The second half introduced new challenges. The opposing team adjusted their defense, implementing complex formations and tighter coverage. Raj and Dee called plays dynamically, shifting positions and strategies in response. Dwayne's instinctive shooting and creative angles kept defenders guessing, while Rerun's agility disrupted their rhythm. The gym resonated with squeaks, thuds, and cheers. Despite occasional errors, the friends operated as a cohesive unit, executing plays that blended improvisation with deliberate coordination. By the final buzzer, they had narrowly lost. Yet the experience left them energized and focused. They had learned resilience, adaptability, and the importance of trust in their skills and in each other. Post-game analysis on the sidelines became a ritual. Raj meticulously detailed each play, marking successes and areas for refinement. Dwayne suggested alternative shooting angles and timing improvements. Rerun highlighted defensive vulnerabilities and desynthesized all insights into actionable strategies. "We are competent, adaptable, and capable," she concluded. "Tomorrow we refine further. Precision, communication, and focus will elevate us. Preparation and execution will define our success." Raj, inspired, nodded. "Foundation set. Now we build, improve, and execute flawlessly." Dwayne collapsed dramatically on the bleachers. "And maybe grab a snack. Mandatory energy replenishment." Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. "Snacks optional. Basketball brain eternal." Dee shook her head with a fond smile. "The court first, Rerun. The court first." Back at the apartment, the friends debriefed and strategized. Raj sketched new diagrams of plays and defensive strategies. Dwayne experimented with shots using a foam ball. Rerun ran mini-drills, narrating them like a live broadcast. Dee collated the day's lessons into a structured plan, emphasizing anticipation, communication, and adaptability. "Tomorrow we'll test endurance, skills, and teamwork," she said. "Maintain focus, trust instincts, and refine coordination. That is how we excel." As night fell, city lights blinked through the apartment window. Each friend reflected on the day. Raj visualized precise plays, seamless coordination, and perfect timing. Dwayne imagined sinking a game-winning shot amid roaring cheers. Rerun pictured agile maneuvers and perfect interceptions, while Dee planned contingencies for every scenario. Their bond had strengthened through sweat, laughter, and shared ambition. The tournament loomed, promising challenges and growth, yet they felt ready. Sleep claimed them, dreams filled with courts, bouncing balls, and opportunity. Tomorrow would bring new opponents, sharper challenges, and a chance to demonstrate the results of their combined efforts. For now they rested, confident in their abilities, teamwork, and the enduring power of basketball brain. One dribble, one pass, one shot at a time, they were prepared to embrace whatever challenges awaited them, turning preparation into performance, chaos into strategy, and potential into reality. The morning sun had barely broken through the city skyline when Raj was already seated on the floor, notebook in hand, sketching arrows, circles, and lines that represented plays, passes, and pivot points. He muttered rapidly under his breath. Faster transitions, sharper communication, anticipation in every step. Basketball brain is essential. Every movement, every decision counts. Dwayne groaned from the couch, stretching dramatically. "Raj, seriously, are you ever going to stop plotting plays like you're coaching a professional team at 3 in the morning?" Raj didn't answer, absorbed in his meticulous diagrams. Rerun bounded into the room, balancing a basketball on his finger while twirling a stopwatch in the other hand. Efficiency, speed, mental acuity. Today we perfect movement sequences, refine timing, and enhance reaction capabilities. Dee entered quietly, notebook in hand, observing them with her usual calm analytical gaze. "Focus first," she instructed. "Discipline over chaos. We have drills, practice, and the tournament looming. Every misstep is a lesson, every adjustment an opportunity." Raj nodded eagerly. "Controlled improvisation. Turning chaos into strategy is our specialty." Dwayne rolled his eyes dramatically but couldn't suppress a smile. "Controlled snacks, Rerun?" Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. "Optional but highly recommended." Dee shook her head with a small smile. "Court first, snack breaks later." Arriving at the community center, the friends were met with the familiar cacophony of bouncing basketballs, squeaking sneakers, and shouts of instruction from other teams. The gym was alive with competitive energy. Without wasting a moment, they set up their practice corner and began warm-ups. Raj led dynamic stretches and agility drills, carefully monitoring his sore leg. Dwayne concentrated on perfecting jump shots, adjusting his angle, release, and follow-through. Rerun created obstacle courses to simulate defensive scenarios, weaving, spinning, and hopping, while Dee observed and corrected, emphasizing mental acuity in conjunction with physical skill. Anticipate, communicate, coordinate, she reminded them. Brains plus instinct create openings that pure strength cannot. Their first scrimmage was against a team known for its structured offense and precise passing. From the tip-off, chaos erupted. Raj stumbled on a pivot, nearly colliding with Dwayne, who responded with an exaggerated stumble, flailing arms and all. Rerun, ever the wild card, turned near disaster into an agile interception and layup. Dee's strategic calls stabilized the team, helping them coordinate movements. Gradually, chaos gave way to fluidity. Raj's leadership orchestrated coordinated plays, Dwayne's unconventional shots kept opponents guessing, Rerun's unpredictable agility disrupted defensive rhythm, and Dee's oversight ensured they capitalized on opportunities. By halftime, the friends had discovered a new level of synergy. Raj's coordination guided their synchronized movements, Dwayne's creativity in shooting challenged the opposing defense, Rerun's agility created scoring chances, and Dee's insight bound their efforts together. The opposing coach, a grizzled veteran, whispered to his assistant, "They're messy, yes, but there's intelligence in their chaos. Unpredictability can be lethal." On the bleachers, the friends huddled, panting and exhilarated. "We're improving," Raj said, rubbing his leg. "Anticipation, communication, coordination. It's all coming together." Dwayne smirked. "And I might actually be enjoying this organized chaos." Rerun bounced the ball lightly. "Basketball brain in action." Dee nodded, flipping through her notebook. "Brains, teamwork, adaptability, that is our advantage. Mistakes are lessons, not failures." The second half tested them further. The opposing team adjusted their defense, implementing complex formations and tighter coverage. Raj and Dee called plays dynamically, shifting positions and strategies in real time. Dwayne's instinctive shooting and creative angles kept defenders guessing, while Rerun's relentless agility disrupted their rhythm. The gym echoed with squeaks, thuds, and cheers. Despite occasional errors, the friends operated as a cohesive unit, executing plays that blended improvisation with deliberate coordination. By the final buzzer, they had narrowly lost again. Yet the experience left them energized and focused. They had learned resilience, adaptability, and the importance of trust in their skills and in each other. After the game, the friends analyzed their performance. Raj meticulously broke down plays, highlighting successes and points for improvement. Dwayne suggested shooting adjustments and timing refinements. Rerun highlighted defensive openings, while Dee synthesized all insights into actionable strategies. "We are competent, adaptable, and capable," she concluded. "Tomorrow we refine further. Precision, communication, and focus will elevate us. Preparation and execution define success." Raj, inspired, nodded. "Foundation set. Now we build, improve, and execute flawlessly." Dwayne collapsed dramatically on the bleachers. "And maybe grab a snack. Mandatory energy replenishment." Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. "Snacks optional. Basketball brain eternal." Dee shook her head with a fond smile. "Court first, Rerun. Court first." Back at the apartment, the friends debriefed and prepared for the next day. Raj sketched new diagrams illustrating plays, defensive formations, and positional strategies. Dwayne experimented with shots using a foam ball, focusing on angles, release, and follow-through. Rerun ran mini-drills, narrating them like a live broadcast. Dee collated the day's lessons into a structured plan, emphasizing anticipation, communication, and adaptability. "Tomorrow tests endurance, skill, and teamwork," she said. "Maintain focus, trust instincts, and continue refining coordination. That is how we excel." As night fell, the city lights twinkled, casting patterns on the apartment walls. Each friend reflected on the day, imagining the opportunities ahead. Raj visualized flawless plays, seamless coordination, and perfect timing. Dwayne pictured sinking the game-winning shot to roaring cheers. Rerun envisioned agile maneuvers and perfect interceptions, while Dee considered contingencies and counter-strategies. Their bond had strengthened through sweat, laughter, and shared ambition. The tournament loomed, promising challenges, growth, and triumph, and the friends felt ready. Sleep claimed them, dreams filled with basketball courts, bouncing balls, and the thrill of competition. Tomorrow would bring new opponents, sharper challenges, and a chance to demonstrate their growth. For now they rested, confident in their skills, teamwork, and the enduring power of basketball brain. One dribble, one pass, one shot at a time, they were prepared to embrace whatever challenges awaited, turning preparation into performance, chaos into strategy, and potential into reality. The morning air was crisp, carrying the faint hum of city life, but inside the apartment, the four friends were already immersed in preparation. Raj sat cross-legged on the floor, notebook open, sketching plays with a fervor bordering on obsession. Timing, positioning, anticipation. Basketball brain must be flawless. Every movement, every pivot, every pass must be instinctive yet calculated. He muttered under his breath. Dwayne groaned from the couch, stretching lazily. Raj, buddy, I think you're more excited about drawing circles and arrows than actually sleeping. Raj ignored him, scribbling rapidly. Rerun bounded in, spinning a basketball on his finger while holding a small stack of cones. Efficiency, speed, agility, and mental acuity. Today we perfect movement sequences and optimize reaction times. Dee followed, notebook in hand, surveying the scene with analytical calm. Focus first, experimentation second. Precision and discipline are non-negotiable. We have drills, practice, and the tournament looming. Every misstep is a lesson. Every adjustment an opportunity. Raj nodded enthusiastically. Controlled improvisation. Turning chaos into strategy. Dwayne sighed, pulling a granola bar from the counter. Controlled snacks count as preparation, right? Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. Optional, but recommended for energy optimization. Dee shook her head with a small smile. Court first, snacks second. At the community center, the familiar rhythm of bouncing balls, squeaking sneakers, and shouted instructions greeted them. Other teams were engaged in stretches, dribbling drills, and layup practice, creating an almost tangible tension in the gym. The friends claimed their corner and immediately began warm-ups. Raj led dynamic stretches and agility drills, careful to protect his sore leg. Dwayne concentrated on perfecting jump shots, experimenting with angles, release, and follow-through. Rerun constructed obstacle courses simulating defensive scenarios, weaving, spinning, hopping, and feinting, while Dee moved among them, correcting form, observing patterns, and emphasizing mental acuity alongside physical skill. Anticipate, communicate, coordinate, she reminded them. Brains plus instinct create openings that pure strength cannot. Their first scrimmage pitted them against a team renowned for disciplined offense and precise passing. The opening minutes were chaotic. Raj stumbled on a pivot, nearly colliding with Dwayne, who responded with an exaggerated stumble and arms flailing. Rerun, true to form, turned near disaster into an agile interception and layup. Dee's strategic instructions stabilized the team, allowing them to coordinate effectively. Gradually, chaos gave way to fluid teamwork. Raj's leadership orchestrated coordinated plays, Dwayne's unconventional shots challenged defenders, Rerun's unpredictability disrupted rhythm, and Dee's oversight ensured that openings were exploited. By halftime, the friends had discovered a new level of synergy. Raj's coordination guided their synchronized movements. Dwayne's creativity in shooting kept the defense guessing. Rerun's agility created scoring opportunities, and Dee's insight tied it all together. Even the opposing coach, a grizzled veteran, whispered to his assistant, "They're messy, yes, but intelligent in their chaos. Unpredictability is an asset." On the bleachers, the friends huddled, panting and exhilarated. "We're improving," Raj said, rubbing his leg. "Anticipation, communication, coordination. It's all coming together." Dwayne smirked. "And I might actually be enjoying this organized chaos." Rerun bounced the ball lightly. Basketball brain in action. Dee nodded, flipping through her notebook. Brains, teamwork, adaptability, our advantage. Mistakes are lessons, not failures. The second half brought further challenges. The opposing team adjusted their defense, implementing complex formations and tighter coverage. Raj and Dee called plays dynamically, shifting positions and strategies in real time. Dwayne's instinctive shooting and creative angles kept defenders guessing, while Rerun's relentless agility disrupted patterns. The gym resonated with squeaks, thuds, and cheers. Despite occasional errors, the friends operated as a cohesive unit, executing plays that blended improvisation with deliberate coordination. By the final buzzer, they had narrowly lost again. Yet the experience left them energized and focused. They had learned resilience, adaptability, and the importance of trust in themselves and in each other. Post-game analysis on the sidelines became ritualistic. Raj meticulously detailed each play, highlighting successes and areas for refinement. Dwayne suggested alternative shooting angles and timing improvements. Rerun identified defensive weaknesses and synthesized insights into actionable strategies. "We are competent, adaptable, and capable," she concluded. "Tomorrow we refine further. Precision, communication, and focus will elevate us. Preparation and execution define success." Raj, inspired, nodded. "Foundation set. Now we build, improve, and execute flawlessly." Dwayne flopped on the bleachers dramatically. "And maybe grab a snack. Mandatory energy replenishment." Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. "Snacks optional. Basketball brain eternal." Dee shook her head with an affectionate smile. "The court first, Rerun. Always the court first." Back at the apartment, the friends debriefed and planned for the next day. Raj sketched new diagrams illustrating plays, defensive formations, and positional strategies. Dwayne experimented with shots using a foam ball, focusing on angles, release, and follow-through. Rerun ran mini-drills, narrating them like a live broadcast. Dee collated the day's lessons into a structured plan, emphasizing anticipation, communication, and adaptability. "Tomorrow tests endurance, skill, and teamwork," she said. "Maintain focus, trust instincts, and continue refining coordination. That is how we excel." As night descended, city lights twinkled through the apartment windows. Each friend reflected on the day, imagining the opportunities ahead. Raj visualized flawless plays, seamless coordination, and perfect timing. Dwayne pictured sinking the game-winning shot amid roaring cheers. Rerun envisioned agile maneuvers and perfect interceptions, while Dee considered contingencies and counter-strategies. Their bond had strengthened through sweat, laughter, and shared ambition. The tournament loomed, promising challenges, growth, and triumph, yet they felt ready. Sleep finally claimed them, dreams filled with basketball courts, bouncing balls, and the thrill of competition. Tomorrow would bring new opponents, sharper challenges, and the chance to demonstrate their growth. For now they rested, confident in their abilities, teamwork, and the enduring power of basketball brain. One dribble, one pass, one shot at a time, they were prepared to embrace whatever challenges awaited, turning preparation into performance, chaos into strategy, and potential into reality. The first rays of sunlight filtered through the apartment blinds, casting slender stripes across the floor. But for Raj, Dwayne, Rerun, and Dee, the day had already begun. Raj sat cross-legged on the floor, notebook open, frantically sketching arrows, circles, and diagrams representing plays, passes, and pivot points. Anticipation, precision, communication, basketball brain in full effect. "Every movement must be instinctive yet calculated," he murmured. Dwayne groaned from the couch, stretching dramatically. "Raj, buddy, are you ever going to sleep? Or is obsessing over plays your full-time job now?" Raj ignored him, absorbed in his diagrams. Rerun bounded into the room, spinning a basketball on his finger while holding a stack of cones and a stopwatch. Speed, agility, mental acuity. Today we perfect coordination, reaction times, and spatial awareness. Dee entered calmly, notebook in hand, her gaze sharp and evaluative. "Focus first, experimentation second," she instructed. "Discipline, precision, and observation are paramount. We have drills, practice, and the tournament ahead. Each misstep is a lesson, each adjustment an opportunity." Raj nodded vigorously. Controlled improvisation. Chaos refined into strategy. Dwayne sighed, pulling a granola bar from the counter. "Controlled snacks count as preparation, right?" Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. "Optional, but recommended for energy optimization." Dee shook her head, faintly smiling. "Court first, snacks second." Arriving at the community center, the gym resonated with the familiar cacophony of bouncing basketballs, squeaking sneakers and shouted instructions from other teams. The energy was palpable. Without hesitation, the friends set up their corner and began warm-ups. Raj led dynamic stretches and agility drills, mindful of his sore leg. Dwayne focused on perfecting jump shots, experimenting with angles, release, and follow-through. Rerun constructed obstacle courses simulating defensive scenarios, weaving, spinning, hopping, and feinting, while Dee corrected form, observed patterns, and emphasized that mental acuity was just as important as physical skill. Anticipate, communicate, coordinate, she reminded them. Brains combined with instinct create opportunities that brute strength alone cannot. Their first scrimmage began against a team known for its disciplined offense and precise passing. From the tip-off, chaos erupted. Raj stumbled on a pivot, nearly colliding with Dwayne, who responded with an exaggerated stumble and flailing arms. Rerun, true to form, converted potential disaster into an agile interception and layup. Dee's guidance stabilized the team, enabling them to coordinate effectively. Gradually, chaos transformed into fluid teamwork. Raj's leadership orchestrated coordinated plays, Dwayne's unconventional shots challenged defenders, Rerun's unpredictability disrupted rhythm, and Dee's strategic insight ensured they exploited openings. By halftime, the friends discovered a deeper synergy. Raj's coordination guided their synchronized movements, Dwayne's creative shooting challenged the opposing defense, Rerun's agility generated scoring opportunities, and Dee's insight tied everything together. The opposing coach, a grizzled veteran, whispered to his assistant, "They're chaotic? Yes, but intelligent in their chaos. Their unpredictability is an asset." On the bleachers, the friends huddled, panting and exhilarated. "We're improving," Raj said, rubbing his sore leg. "Anticipation, communication, coordination. It's all coming together." Dwayne smirked. "And I might actually be enjoying this organized chaos." Rerun bounced the ball lightly. "Basketball brain in action." Dee nodded, flipping through her notebook. "Brains, teamwork, adaptability, our edge. Mistakes are lessons, not failures." The second half introduced fresh challenges. The opposing team adjusted their defense, implementing complex formations and tighter coverage. Raj and Dee called plays dynamically, shifting positions and strategies in real time. Dwayne's instinctive shooting and creative angles kept defenders guessing, while Rerun's relentless agility disrupted patterns. The gym echoed with squeaks, thuds, and cheers. Despite occasional errors, the friends operated as a cohesive unit, executing plays blending improvisation with calculated coordination. By the final buzzer, they had narrowly lost, yet the experience left them energized and focused. Resilience, adaptability, and trust in one another became their guiding principles. Post-game analysis on the sidelines became ritualistic. Raj meticulously dissected each play, marking successes and areas for improvement. Dwayne suggested alternative shooting angles and timing refinements. Rerun highlighted defensive weaknesses, and Dee synthesized all insights into actionable strategies. "We are competent, adaptable, and capable," she concluded. "Tomorrow we refine further. Precision, communication, and focus will elevate us. Preparation and execution define success." Raj, inspired, nodded. "Foundation set. Now we build, improve, and execute flawlessly." Dwayne flopped dramatically on the bleachers. "And maybe grab a snack. Mandatory energy replenishment." Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. "Snacks optional. Basketball brain eternal." Dee shook her head with an affectionate smile. "Court first, Rerun. Always court first." Returning to the apartment, the friends debriefed and strategized. Raj sketched new diagrams illustrating plays, defensive formations, and positional strategies. Dwayne experimented with shots using a foam ball, focusing on angles, release, and follow-through. Rerun ran mini-drills, narrating them like a live broadcast. Dee collated the day's lessons into a structured plan, emphasizing anticipation, communication, and adaptability. "Tomorrow we'll test endurance, skill, and teamwork," she said. "Maintain focus, trust instincts, and refine coordination. That is how we excel." As night fell, city lights blinked through the apartment windows, casting long shadows across the floor. Each friend reflected on the day and visualized the opportunities ahead. Raj imagined flawless plays, seamless coordination, and perfect timing. Dwayne pictured sinking the game-winning shot amid roaring cheers. Rerun envisioned agile maneuvers and perfect interceptions, while Dee planned contingencies and counter-strategies. Their bond had deepened through sweat, laughter, and shared ambition. The tournament loomed, promising challenges, growth, and potential triumph, and the friends felt ready. Sleep claimed them, dreams filled with courts, basketballs, and the exhilaration of competition. Tomorrow would bring new opponents, sharper challenges, and the opportunity to demonstrate the results of their collective effort. For now they rested, confident in their skills, teamwork, and the enduring power of basketball brain. One dribble, one pass, one shot at a time, they were prepared to embrace whatever challenges awaited, turning preparation into performance, chaos into strategy, and potential into reality. The day of the tournament dawned with a crisp breeze and the golden glow of the morning sun, casting long shadows across the empty streets as the four friends prepared for what felt like the culmination of weeks of sweat, strategy, and anticipation. Raj sat cross-legged on the apartment floor, notebook open, reviewing plays one last time. Timing, communication, anticipation. Basketball brain must operate flawlessly. Every pivot, pass, and shot must be instinctive yet calculated. He murmured, his finger tracing arrows across pages filled with diagrams. Dwayne stretched dramatically on the couch, yawning exaggeratedly. Raj, buddy, I swear if you keep muttering about plays like a professor at dawn, I'm going to start charging tuition. Raj ignored him, absorbed in meticulous review. Rerun bounced into the room, spinning a basketball on his finger while twirling a stopwatch in the other hand. Speed, agility, mental acuity. Today we integrate all elements into peak performance. Dee entered calmly, notebook in hand, her gaze sharp and evaluative. Focus first, execution second. Discipline and observation are paramount. This is our moment to apply what we've learned. Every misstep is a lesson, every adjustment an opportunity. Raj nodded vigorously. Controlled improvisation. Chaos refined into strategy is our strength. Dwayne reached for a granola bar, sighing. Controlled snacks count as preparation, right? Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. Optional, but recommended for optimal performance. Dee shook her head with a faint smile. Court first, snacks second. By the time they arrived at the tournament venue, the gym buzzed with excitement. Teams warmed up, coaches shouted instructions, and the sound of bouncing balls echoed off the high ceilings. The friends claimed their designated corner of the gym and began warm-ups with precision. Raj led dynamic stretches, mindful of his leg, while Dwayne focused on perfecting jump shots, adjusting angles, timing, and follow-through. Rerun constructed obstacle drills to simulate defensive scenarios, weaving, spinning, and feinting with calculated agility. Dee observed, corrected form, and emphasized that mental acuity was as crucial as physical ability. Anticipate, communicate, coordinate, she reminded them. Brains plus instinct will create opportunities that strength alone cannot achieve. Their first match of the tournament was against a team with disciplined offense and fast breaks. The whistle blew and chaos erupted. Raj stumbled slightly during a pivot, almost colliding with Dwayne, who responded with exaggerated theatrics. Rerun, ever the wild card, converted a near disaster into an interception and layup. Dee's strategic guidance stabilized the team, allowing them to coordinate efficiently. Gradually, chaos transformed into a synchronized flow. Raj directed plays with authority, Dwayne's unconventional shots kept opponents guessing, Rerun's unpredictability disrupted rhythm, and Dee's insight exploited openings in the defense. By halftime, the friends had discovered an extraordinary synergy. Raj's coordination orchestrated synchronized movements, Dwayne's creative shots challenged defenders, Rerun's agility created scoring opportunities, and Dee's strategic oversight tied it all together. Even the opposing coach, a veteran with a clipboard, whispered to his assistant, "They're messy, yes, but intelligent in their chaos. Unpredictability is their advantage." On the sidelines, the friends huddled, panting and exhilarated. "We're ready," Raj said, rubbing his leg. Anticipation, communication, coordination. It all comes together. Dwayne smirked. "And I might actually be loving this organized chaos." Rerun bounced the ball lightly. Basketball brain, operational at maximum. Dee nodded, flipping through her notebook. Brains, teamwork, adaptability, our edge. Mistakes are lessons, not failures. The second half tested them beyond what practice ever had. The opposing team adjusted, implementing complex formations and tighter coverage. Raj and Dee called plays dynamically, shifting positions and strategies on the fly. Dwayne's instinctive shooting and creative angles kept defenders off balance, while Rerun's relentless agility disrupted patterns repeatedly. The gym resonated with squeaks, thuds, and cheers. Each play demanded focus, trust, and adaptability. Despite occasional missteps, the friends operated as a unified unit, blending improvisation with precise execution. By the final buzzer, they had won the match, narrowly but decisively. Elation washed over them. They had transformed preparation, practice, and chaos into victory, their trust in each other validated. Post-match, the friends huddled, exhilarated. Raj analyzed the plays with precision, identifying strengths and minor areas for improvement. Dwayne suggested new angles for future shots. Rerun highlighted defensive strategies to exploit, and Dee synthesized the insights into a clear plan for subsequent rounds. "We are competent, adaptable, and capable," she said. "Tomorrow we'll test endurance, skill, and strategy under pressure. Focus, anticipation, and communication will be our guiding principles." Raj, energized, nodded. "Foundation proven. Now we build, refine, and perform at our peak." Dwayne collapsed dramatically on the bleachers. "And maybe grab a snack. Mandatory energy replenishment." Rerun twirled the ball theatrically. "Snacks optional. Basketball brain eternal." Dee shook her head with a fond smile. "The court comes first, always the court." The following matches tested every aspect of their preparation. They faced teams faster, stronger, and more experienced, each presenting unique challenges. Yet the friends adapted, applied learned strategies, and relied on their synergy. Raj's leadership directed the flow of play, Dwayne's creative shots disoriented defenses, Rerun's unpredictable maneuvers created scoring chances, and Dee's strategic insight tied it all together. Even in moments of adversity, trust and communication guided them. Each victory, narrow or overwhelming, strengthened their confidence and cohesion. As the day progressed, exhaustion began to weigh on them. Muscles ached, lungs burned, and fatigue tugged at their focus. Yet the friends drew energy from each other, motivation amplified by shared ambition and the pursuit of mastery. Every play, pass, pivot, and shot was executed with heightened awareness. The gym buzzed with intensity, cheers, and tension. One final match remained, and the stakes had never been higher. The championship team awaited, a combination of speed, precision, and experience. The whistle blew, signaling the opening tip, and the friends executed their plan flawlessly. Raj anticipated movements, calling plays with clarity. Dwayne's unorthodox shots kept opponents off balance. Rerun's agility disrupted defenses repeatedly. Dee's oversight ensured that every opening was exploited. The game was a test of endurance, focus, and teamwork, and the friends met it with precision and cohesion. In the final minutes, with the score tight, every dribble, pass, and shot carried immense weight. Raj orchestrated movements with split-second precision. Dwayne executed a creative shot, bouncing off defenders and swishing through the net. Rerun intercepted a critical pass, driving the ball down the court with a spin and layup that brought the crowd to its feet. Dee called the final play, her voice calm but commanding. The ball found Raj, who executed a pivot and a decisive shot, securing victory as the buzzer sounded. Triumph erupted, teammates embraced, and the crowd cheered in thunderous approval. They had done it. Practice, preparation, trust, and basketball brain had prevailed. Back on the sidelines, the friends huddled, exhilarated and exhausted. Raj analyzed the game, noting the culmination of strategy, coordination, and execution. Dwayne laughed, still catching his breath. Rerun spun the ball triumphantly. Dee smiled, reflecting on how precision, teamwork, and adaptability had carried them to victory. Their bond had strengthened beyond competition, forged through shared effort, resilience, and trust. Returning to their apartment that evening, the friends celebrated quietly, savoring victory and reflecting on the journey. Raj sketched final notes on plays and insights. Dwayne relived moments of daring shots. Rerun demonstrated agile moves for fun, while Dee collated strategies for future refinement. Sleep came gently, dreams filled with courts, balls, cheers, and the satisfaction of a goal achieved. The tournament had tested their skills, their minds, and their unity. They had emerged victorious not just through talent, but through discipline, communication, trust, and the enduring power of basketball brain. One dribble, one pass, one shot at a time, they had proven that preparation, teamwork, and controlled improvisation could turn potential into reality, chaos into strategy, and dreams into triumph. As the night deepened, the city outside glimmered, but inside, the four friends rested, confident, united, and ready for whatever challenges awaited. Their journey through practice, failures, adjustments, and triumphs had culminated in a lesson that would remain long after the tournament ended. That true victory is born from focus, adaptability, teamwork, and the relentless pursuit of excellence, the very essence of basketball brain.